What is going on, kiddos? We are back live again here on a Thursday evening. Time to break down, have some beers, get ready for the weekend, and move it towards that Friday, I guess is what I'll say. Back in the house with Todd. We were out last week, so did not have a show there, so nothing missed. But this is like, for Todd, like I guess 3 weeks out, right? Since you were here last. Because you weren't here.
Is it? Yeah, probably. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess the week before is when I couldn't make. Well, I don't know. No, I think we were on 2 weeks ago.
No, I was there solo 2 weeks ago.
I was thinking it was 3 weeks ago.
You had people in, so like 3 weeks ago when you were on.
Okay, maybe. Shit, I can't remember yesterday, let alone a couple weeks ago.
It's been a while since we had a beer together here on this show.
That we know for sure. However long it's been a while.
We knew it would happen again. That's just going to happen at some point. Shout out to all the people there in the chat as well. Welcome to everyone, and get ready to see who's all out there in a second. But so last weekend went down to Lake Cumberland for a bit of time to get away, and it's definitely down in the hills of Kentucky. So if you guys want to see some of the video there on the community page, I placed a video that I have on the other YouTube channel that you can check out. But kind of peaceful being out there in the woods. I will tell you though, growing up in the city, young, it wasn't fully a full city. It was more of a small town, but it was in New Jersey. In the middle of the woods, trying to sleep at night, I'm still not used to that. It's still kind of a little freaky out there, kind of, when you're out in the middle of
Jason coming to get you.
Yeah, like you see cows and you see horses and you see stuff out there, and it's kind of like, I don't know. You hear crickets. I can't sleep with crickets making noise. An ambulance runs by, a police car, something like that, and everything. I'm out, like no problem. Hearing noises, I don't know what they may be. It kind of can be a little freaky, but it was nice to clear the head, get away for a bit. I actually did a couple of the beer reviews I uploaded there with the couple, and brought back a mixed variety pack I haven't cracked open yet from Left Hand, and I'm going to be doing some reviews on that one. And it was nice to get away. But what's been up with you? What's been happening? You were out at Our Lady Perpetual Hops, I know, recently, getting together.
Yeah, we went last Saturday, me and my brother, my cousin Pat, and my brother-in-law, which is Shannon's brother, and then one of his friends. So we kind of met up last Saturday, and they were having their 1-year anniversary celebration.
Yeah.
So they had an Imperial Stout aged in Weller barrels on tap, and they had, I think it was 300 bottles they had for sale. So.
Nice.
So we did that Saturday and check that out. And cool thing about that place is it's huge. Think of, you've been to Rheingeist, I guess, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I mean that's not Rheingeist huge, but it reminds me of like maybe a third of the size or a quarter of the size of that, but it's a huge warehouse like deal. So it's plenty of space where you're not, with the COVID shit going on. You're not on top of everybody, and they require you to wear masks as long as you're up moving around. So it's not like you're right on top of everybody. So you don't really feel, like you're just crammed in a bar at a pub or a brewery, whatever, with everybody's on top of you. So then they spaced the tables out, so it was nice. Nothing. And they left the doors open too. They have garage doors where, for the outside. Yeah. So it's kind of outside, inside type thing. So. Yeah, so we checked that out Saturday and picked up a bottle and brought home, which I will try to get you one this weekend too. See if they still have them.
Okay.
I'll get one in the mail for you when I send the other Black is Beautiful beers to you.
Yeah, I need to get those put together for you as well. The ones there. So that definitely works.
I guess was it the weekend before that? I guess we was in Tennessee, so.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was when you weren't there then. Yeah, I think you did go down with family for Tennessee and stuff.
Yeah, but I was thinking I was on last Thursday, but it was that was the last Thursday I was on because I was in this room here that I'm in now because Shannon's aunt and her little cousins were over because they were going to Tennessee with us. So I came in this room so I could shut the door and be quiet.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
yeah,
what it was. So I guess that was the last time. So I guess last week we didn't do it because you weren't there because your Janice's birthday or whatever too. So
yeah. Did you get any beers when you went down to Tennessee?
I did. So Saturday we went to Powelled in the car and went to the outlets for a little bit. And on the way down, we happened to pass a kind of a beer tap house type place.
Yeah.
So I was like, on the way back, because it was on the way. I was like, on the way back, and it was going to be on the right side of the road on the way back too, where we'd have to cross traffic. I said, I want to stop in and see what they have. Because going to Tennessee, you'd think, I think of Southern Grist, which is in Nashville. But every time I've been to Tennessee for the last year, I've not been able to find any of it. So we went into this place. It might have been a little bit higher price than normal. I don't know. But they had 6 different varieties of Southern Grist beers. So I was like, I bought singles of each. I was like, yep, I'll take them. Which I will pop. Which I'm going to pop one tonight. So
nice. Yeah, they had down in Southern Kentucky, they have some prices. And when I was in Tennessee, a little bit higher than usual, but it's kind of like there was limited options on where to go, so they probably can jack it up because of that,
Yeah. That's kind of the way it is there too. Like usually you'll go to I forget the name of the grocery store that they have there. They have a pretty good selection, of craft beers. That's a pretty good size. Probably like what you get at your Kroger, which we don't get anything at our Kroger here, but we didn't go there anyway. I just stopped at one store there and picked up some stuff. So I got 6, and Shannon went in and she got 5 or 6 that she wanted. So
yeah,
she'll drink them from time to time. Just depends what mood she's in.
Why do I get more of this one? Yeah,
right.
Do that.
Trying to get her on tonight because she's off this weekend, tomorrow and the weekend, but she's got to go she got a dentist appointment tomorrow, so she didn't want to get shit faced tonight and then have to go to the dentist tomorrow.
They're not going to draw blood, right? So
right. I was like, you're gonna be sitting in a chair. It might help you.
Might to fall asleep and start snoring there.
Wake her up like it's over.
Got Vanessa in the house. Shout out to Vanessa there. I put up the little bit of the Halloween colors with a little bit of the orange because it is Halloween weekend. And let's see here. We got Peggy in the house. Cheers, Peggy. It's a little rod and tot. She was early. She was started a little late, but she was early. And hold on, Vanessa. Gilbert's in the house. Says cheers, fools. What's going on, Mr. Gilbert? I'm sure Gilbert's going to be drinking something nice if he hasn't started already. And Vanessa said hello. Got EB in the house. Cheers, fellas. What is going on, EB? Cheers, my friend. Good to see you as always. You guys don't know Eclectic Beer. Make sure to check him out as well. Although he just announced today he's doing some updates to the channel, but he'll still have some good stuff flowing. Cheers, Vanessa. Snowstorm through noon tomorrow. Wow. Don't be bringing no snow here. We got rain right now, but
yeah, same here.
I think last year we only had snow maybe, I want to say once, even twice might have been pushing it. And it was like, great. I didn't miss it. I'm okay with no snow. So
yeah. Me too. I'm with you there. I don't know.
It wasn't overly hot.
We might have got a little flurry once or twice, but I think that was it.
Yeah, we had nothing that really stuck or anything like that, or we had any issues, and I'm okay with not having that. And shout out to the people down in Louisiana and Alabama as well. Those guys, they're getting hit with that storm that came through. It looked like saw some of that footage earlier today, and it's definitely ripping through. And I think it's in Georgia doing some damage now. So shout out to all the people down there to be safe as well. Let's say a little Eclectic. Eclectic said hello as well to the peeps. We've got Blake in the house. Cheers, Blake. Good to see you, brother. Blake TV. Always a good time over on his channel. Home of the Friday Night Throwdown every Friday night, 9 Eastern, as well as the B&A show with him and the Eclectic. Lep in the house. Cheers. What is going on? Lep TV, the madman on the Blackstone. You guys want to learn how to do some stuff on the Blackstone and grill some food, you definitely want to check out Lep over there. Well, thank you, Vanessa. I appreciate that. Said the pics look nice. Yeah, I just figured I'd put them together and put them. I said, what do I do with this? I'm like, I'll do something. Oh, I'll make a collage and put it up there. So glad you liked them for sure. And Beer Issues in the house. Cheers, my friend. Good to see you here. And I think first time Beer Issues has been to the channel and just connected with Beer Issues recently. So big welcome to you being here for the first time. Can't get through a show without talking about baloney. So Gilbert's is getting me with that hillbilly. Did not get any fried bologna. It's funny you mentioned meat because there was a place we had to pass in and out when we left the cabin, and it was just basically the meat shack. It was just a meat shack. I mean, that was the name of it. It was pork, chicken, or beef, and it was like the meat shack. And you're like, is it like meat you take home and cook, or is it meat already cooked? It was kind of like this little like. It wasn't a terrible like double wide sitting in the middle or anything like that, but it was kind of like a farmhouse that was kind of just there, like kind of nervous about going. Like you could walk in there and it could be a kid playing a banjo. It just kind of had that look to it. So I was like, we'll just drive by. I don't think I'm gonna go in there and check it out. I was curious, but not curious enough to get out of the car. So.
Probably would have been the best place you could have went and ate.
It probably would have been.
Those places like that usually are, but I understand too. Though you're like,
and I usually like
looking over your.
I usually
always looking over your shoulder.
Yeah. But no, it was my wife Janice, she was like, hey, maybe we should stop in there or whatever. So she was game. I mean, she's from West Virginia, so nothing phases her when you're in the back hills of Kentucky and everything like that. But actually the one time we went by, they weren't open yet. And I think when we left they were open, but we were heading out of town at that point. So let's see here. And then you got Eclectic and Blake saying, what up, what up? Gilbert says, I'm at home in the woods. Spent my childhood summers in the Wooler and Trent Hills. Used to be elk country in Ontario. Nice. So that's kind of an outdoor type location and too, kind of like our hills probably. Never had elk, but would try elk if I ever had the opportunity to. And we got CB's in the house. What is going on, CB? Good to see you down there in West Virginia. As I talk about West Virginia as well. And hopefully this weekend, CB, we get a win as we play Kansas State, I believe. So I was so pissed off last week's game, but I was down in the cabin trying to relax and enjoy myself and watching the Mountain take the game away. Frustration. It's like being an Arkansas. Yeah, there you go.
My boy pulled out a big one, though.
Big one. So here's the thing, like your boys, Indiana, I don't know if you saw it or not. I posted a thing on Facebook, which I don't even know how they can do that. They pulled out the win. It was a controversial call for the 2-point conversion, I guess. DraftKings refunded money back to people that lost on that bet.
I saw that.
I'm like, how do you do that? Because there's controversial calls all the time in college football.
Right.
You're supposed to go with the score that's there. So it's kind of interesting to see them do that. And if somebody should have won money and they didn't, if they're going to challenge that legally, I mean, they should be obligated to have to pay. So
I would think so.
Yeah. So that was kind of interesting. I saw that.
It's gambling. It kind of is what it is. The call's what it is. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But again, it was funny because it was Indiana, and I'm like, oh, Indiana hosted other people like they did me last year, not knowing how to field an onside kickoff when I lost in the bowl challenge over the EB's channel.
The funny thing with that is those calls we never get just because it's Indiana football. They're like like and then again, they just don't get those calls. They're just like there's no reputation, so it's like screw it.
Yeah. Penn State's got this call right. Yeah,
so we were at the brewery. We were ended up watching the end of the game there. And I looked at my brother. I'm like, this call is going to get reversed. Like, because the 2-point conversion, they called it. Yeah. And I was like, it can get overturned. It's like, we never in the life of Indiana football ever get this call. Ever. And it was like, and they set up, play stands. I was like, we're jumping up and down, high-fiving. The whole place was going crazy.
It's funny. I've got ESPN on the background. They were just showing the Indiana Penn State game too.
Well, they were the team of the week or whatever they called it.
Should have been for that upset win like that. I mean,
how they went to like ranked number 17 now.
Yeah,
they've actually got a pretty good team if their quarterback can stay healthy.
They can just get it done, right?
Yeah, he's a redshirt sophomore, and last Saturday was only his 8th game that he's played. He started every game that he's been able to play.
Yeah.
So that tells you how many games he's missed in 2 years.
Yeah, yeah.
But the 1 year he did get eligibility back because of being injured, so he did. So he's still just a sophomore by class. So, but he's like a Mike Vick. I mean, he can run. He throws the ball almost too hard, really.
Yeah, he's got a hell of an arm.
Yeah, yeah. So, and they got a pretty good team. I think a lot of people might. Well, Penn State might have taken them for sure take them for granted. I mean, Indiana's only beat them once in 20 years, so.
Yeah.
Why would you take them serious, you know? But they have played them close to 7 points.
I mean, that's kind of like that's kind of like that trap game because they were looking to Ohio State and then
right
started getting their way. So
exactly, yeah. So hopefully, just don't have a letdown coming up Saturday. Play Rutgers.
Yeah.
Although Rutgers beat Michigan State pretty easy, so. Which I'm not sure if I have to say anything or not because I think Michigan State's.
Let's say Michigan State's gonna have their worst season ever this year. So
yeah.
That
New coach.
They're
just very good.
CB giving a shout out to Blake, says smoking one for you. He's gonna blaze one up there. May get snow here Friday and Saturday, Gilbert said. Blake said great minds think alike, CB. We got love with CB. We got Red in the house. What is going on, Red Beard? Cheers, my friend. Good to see you, buddy.
I've seen Red in forever.
Another beer channel and gaming channel you can check out is Red Beards. And CB says, new Blackstone Lep. Yeah. Oh, new Blackstone. There you go. Well, Lep will get you some recipes if you need them, I'm sure. Gilbert said, perfect. I'm stopping. Oh, yeah, CB, you need any help, reach out. There you go. Like I said, Lep's all about helping. Good man. Good man. When you hear banjo, lock your doors and or that's good stuff. Swami in the house. Malted. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you. What's up, fellas?
Swami?
Another good channel to check out there. And Blake said, cheers, Swami. How far behind is Rob? Well, Rob's not here, Swami. I gave Rob the night off.
Who the hell's Rob?
Who the hell's Rob, right? Yeah.
He's probably way behind.
Your comment's like 5 minutes behind. What up, Didi? Good to see you, my friend.
What's
Cheers.
up, Didi?
Hopefully you've been having a great weekend as well. Getting ready for the weekend. You've probably been golfing down there like crazy. Vanessa said, I found a new restaurant equipment company southwest of me. I posted a couple of pics of my dream stand-up mixer. Nice. Pretty soon, Vanessa's probably going to build a restaurant in the backyard too. So, I mean,
probably
everything else out there. I might as well just build a restaurant here. Why am I going to go out of town? I can just do it all here. Oh, let me see here. Scout's in the house. What's going on? You guys want to know about some whiskey? Definitely check out Scout. He says, what's the fucking elk backstraps are great. I'm sorry, but elk isn't common in the area, so I've never had elk. I don't even know what the hell a backstrap is. Do you, Todd? Do you know what a backstrap is?
Not really. I don't know. Is it like the hind leg quarters or something? I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's Scout talking Oklahoma talk there. So,
of course, backstrap. I guess it wouldn't be the legs. I guess it'd be something on the back. I guess I don't really know.
40-gallon stand mixer max was bread dough. Okay. Shut it, Scout. There you go. Oh, lots of bread dough. Okay. And let's see here. Something Vanessa, cheers, CB. Malted, you wish, Swami. Let's see, I'm sliding through here. Let's see what else has happened. Hush, hush, baby, little snot. Just Scout and Swami showing love for each other. 210 in the house. What is going on, Todd? Cheers. What's happening, my friend? 21090. If you guys don't know 21090, make sure to check out Todd over there. They actually do Tuesday night shows where they do like their top 10 favorite things. Although they're doing an election special this coming Tuesday, I saw with whiskey. So grab some whiskey and join them on there as they go through the election. The election is going to be kind of crazy Tuesday night. I was thinking about maybe doing like a beer type thing or panel or something that night. I don't know yet, but I don't want to make it a drinking game because I just feel like so many people will be hammered for Wednesday morning because there'll be so much shit that probably happens that night.
And it'd be a quick night too, probably.
It'd be a quick night.
And be drunk before it gets started.
Oh, 210 today, they're a whiskey scout as well. And cheers. Hey, Whiskey Elk is awesome. You know what the backstrap is. I don't know what the backstrap is, but I guess you're saying whiskey does. Is our main backstrap a sexual position? That's you know what, Blake?
Answer for the bear.
I may agree with you there, my friend.
Yeah, baby.
That might be the position there. A little 210. Red says, strap on your back and give all the piggyback rides.
Oh.
Tenderloins on most animals are very tasty. I do like some tenderloins. We're gonna go live Monday since we would no party election. Oh, I thought you were doing a special on Tuesday. Okay, so they're gonna go Monday with the whiskey special. Then okay, so that way I see that way you're hungover on Tuesday. You'll just sleep through the election. You want to deal with.
There you go. That might be the smartest decision right there.
But this is the last time I made egg chili. It disappeared under 15 minutes. 20 plus people party. 16 quarts. They were all about the chili. Blake, only in S&M, Blake. Only with the bear can you do it that way.
Only with the bear, right?
Only with the bear. But, so, Todd, you cracked something over there open. And so we'll say, what are we drinking tonight? And then let's take a look at what you cracked open.
This one is, I can't remember exactly. I picked it up here. This is Maplewood Brewing Company out of Chicago, Illinois. And it is Brownie Points. Brown ale with vanilla. There's the can for that.
Little elf had too much to drink on there.
Kind of up here, they kind of give you the breakdown of all the grain going on. So it's kind of cool.
Does their cans?
Yeah. So it tells you so it's 2-row Munich biscuit malt or grain, flaked oats, C77 brown. Was that DeHusk Carafa? Warrior Northern Brewer hops, and then it's 25 IBUs, 5.7 ABV. I saw it, thought, I always turned on brown ales, and we talked about that a couple weeks ago, I think. Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to give it a go. And then with vanilla, I'm like, yeah, why not? It sounds tasty, so we'll see.
I mean, at 5.7, an elf shouldn't be smashed like on the can, but I'm just saying.
I know, yes.
They're smaller people, but I would think they could handle a 5.7 beer.
One would think.
One would think. Todd said exactly right, talking about having to not deal with it on election day. So, yeah. So, as far as that, and then I'm going to actually crack open this one because I need to finish these out so I can move them out of the cooler. That's always a hard thing, when you got to actually finish out other beers. So, I'm going to actually finish this one, which is the Grader's Key Lime Pale Ale. So this is the last of those. So I don't know if you've had this one before, Todd.
I haven't even seen that one around here. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So this one,
missed it or what the deal was.
This is the one they did with Graders before they did the pumpkin edition. It's only a 4.5% ABV, but we say iconic summer treat brewed with vanilla beans, cinnamon, lactose, freshly zested key limes to create a perfect balance between sweet and tart. A creamy dessert-style ale with the same heavenly taste and aroma of a fresh slice of key lime pie. And it does come through well. It's like I did the review and I uploaded that to the channel about this beer. And for some reason, even to today, when I think about key lime pie, I always think of Natural Born Killers. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing or whatever thing it may be, but I always think about Mickey ordering the key lime pie in a restaurant. For some reason, it makes me chuckle when I see key lime pie stuff. So, which I used to be a big fan of that movie back in the day. Again, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. For anybody that may have seen it, you may have questions like, why was he a fan? Like, yeah, it was kind of a crazy movie, but I enjoyed it.
And then on deck, I'm going to drink one of my Southern Grist beers. Pity Mints is the name of that one that I picked up while I was in Tennessee last week. Nice. It is a It's a damn, we're delayed. Where'd it go? It says this rich and decadent sweet stout was brewed with lactose and loads of rectangular mint and chocolate candies. So it kind of looks like those Andes chocolates or whatever on the
Oh
can.
yeah, the little Andes candies. Yeah.
So that's kind of what it sounds like. It says the rectangular candies or rectangular mint and chocolate candy. So curious to see what that one.
Which I can actually tear up those beers. I mean those candies.
This one's 8.9. So I got it sitting out. So I'll drink this one and let it warm up a little bit. See.
Well, since we're showing that one, then the other one I'm going to actually drink is going to be the other one I have from Tailgate Brewing, and it is the peanut butter milk stout here.
Oh,
so that's there from Tailgate as well. So that'll be the other one that I'm going to polish off here in a bit. Again, trying to make room in the cooler. You only have so much space. I got a bunch of other things that I'm trying to get up on deck, so I got to move stuff through. It's a good problem to have, people. CB's it says
how's that beer fridge you got working out for you? Still working pretty good?
It's doing great. Yeah, it's kicking. I mean, hey, if New Air wants to send me another one, I'd be more than happy to get one for another part of the house. So
there you go.
I'm impressed. They did send an email like last year. I think they forgot they sent me one, and someone reached out to me from them. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I already have one, but if you want to send another one, they'll go, this is an outside edition, but I never heard back from them. So maybe they were limited on who they could send to a certain amount of time.
Friends of the show.
And friends of the show.
I'll be more than happy to try one. I can give a review on it. That's fine. We'll do a live Thursday night review if you want to send one my way. Just saying.
CB said Rod Marshall is undefeated. Doc was down the road, ranked UMass. Like, yeah, Marshall's having a good season, and I hated that we lost Doc to go to Marshall. He's a great guy. He was a great recruiter for WVU, but I'm glad he's got some success going on with Marshall down there. I'm actually surprised that he doesn't get moved from Marshall to a bigger program at some point because he does a real good coaching, real nice coaching job. So. I know CB doesn't want to hear that, but you know, these coaches get noticed and they get moved up.
Marshall used to be good back 20 years ago.
Well, when they were AA, they won titles at AA. I mean, they actually they've never beat WVU, and the closest they came to was back when Randy Moss was there. I think that game back in the 90s, they came close to beating us that game. Or not 90s. I think it was early 2000s. It was either late 90s or early 2000s when we played them. Might have been early 2000s when Moss was their receiver there.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because I was actually, you know what? I know it was early 2000s because I was at a different company that I was at in the 90s. So, yeah. They had a good shot.
It might have been. I know we worked at UPS in the late 90s, and we worked on Shannon and that's how we met, where we met at. We worked on the same line together there. And we worked on the side we worked on was for West Virginia. So we had a driver that used to drive from where's Marshall, the town? Huntington, yeah. So it was like in the Huntington area. He would drive every night to pick up his packages and then go back home. That's all he did. He just come and picked them up. He didn't have to deliver anything. So he was a big Marshall. I think he actually went to Marshall University. So I kind of followed him back then just because of him. And we talked and stuff. And he'd bring some sweatshirts and stuff and what, you know, back in the day. And that's all I was remembering. I think they were still AA then, though. So I don't think
way back then.
I don't think Moss had been there yet. So that's why I was thinking it probably. That's what made me think of that. It was probably early 2000s, probably then.
Yeah, because when I was in school in the late earlies to like early 90s, and then after that, after I left school, it was still Marshall was trying to play us, but we didn't play them for the longest time because we had nothing to gain from it. And so the state made a thing like we wanted a new facility, we had to play Marshall 3 times or whatever. And so that's how we ended up playing them later, like in the 2000s. But they almost got us with Randy Moss when we played against them. But they had some pretty good talent that came through there. And, you know, nothing wrong with Division II-A. I mean, look at Appalachian State the time they beat Michigan. They get some good teams there. So just because it's a big school, I mean, good players don't go to other ones that are smaller.
And I still ain't figured out why Division I. Well, I know why, because it's money and television. Why they just don't go to the Division II system of playoffs.
Yeah, it's the money. Well, FCS, I mean, which was the old Division One Double A, they go to playoffs as well. But yeah, it's the money and the contracts and all that kind of stuff. So I'm surprised they finally got Notre Dame settled down kind of in the ACC because they were raking it in themselves like crazy for so many years.
Well, they still do. I think all they have to do is at least play 4 conference games. I think they make them play at least 4, which I know it's, I guess, what, in a 12-game season, that's, a fourth of the games, but still, they were reluctant to do that. But I think in order to be in the ACC, they had to commit to at least 4 conference games.
Right. Let's see here. Gilbert is actually drinking a Russell Brewing Company BC Snapshot Pilsner. Not a good one for sure. So giving that one a thumbs down, are we, Gilbert? Just trying to finish the glass at this point. CB's just smoking tonight. And like I said, Blake had his magic water, which Scout. That's pretty funny there as well. And Blake with the snappy comeback. What's going on, John H. Pierre? If you don't know John or John, make sure you check him out. He's actually doing the beer reviews out there. He's doing the beer reviews for a good amount of time too. So a shout out to you. Hopefully everybody is safe with you down there. I know you're down in Alabama with the storm coming through, Zeta coming through, just knocking shit down with the wind. So hopefully you and your family, friends, everybody like that's in good shape and nobody's actually in danger there, hopefully. And Scout's drinking a Great Divide Strawberry Rhubarb Ale. Nice. The only thing I've had from Great Divide has been the Yetis. But
yeah, same here.
Good job with the Yetis. So I think they probably did a good job with that.
Not sure about rhubarb, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. But, we're drinking all kinds of stuff in craft beer nowadays. It's just
That's true.
Old leather shoe, throw it in. Let's see how it tastes.
Why not?
We got Coach in the house. Says, hey, John.
What's up, Coach?
Good to see you, Coach. And cheers. Yeah, I need to invest in that 1080 camera. Mine is 720. Yeah, actually, what I'm using right now is a 720, and I have another one that's a 1080. But StreamYard, unless I go ahead, which I'm going to probably upscale to the next plan anyway at some point, I just haven't done it. They give you 1080 on that level, but on this one, you can only go 720 if you're using the free version. So I just haven't really done anything with it yet. Missed playing the Thursday night game with you guys. Well, that was actually more of a Saturday night game. So Thursday nights, we didn't really play it that much. We had little teasers here and there, but we don't do it without Shannon. And Shannon's kind of not here tonight. She's keeping low. She feels like when she comes on, we'll make her drink too much. Like we put peer pressure on her to drink too much. Can you believe
right. Trust me, she doesn't need peer pressure.
Yeah, no one's forcing her to drink anything, but she blames us for it. So maybe we can get her on Saturday. I can talk to her this Saturday because it's Halloween night.
That's what I was going to say. That might be something we could possibly do. I don't think we're really doing anything. We might go to my mom's house to pass out, watch them pass out candy just because their neighborhood's huge. That's what we've done the last couple of years, just kind of go and sit outside on the porch and kind of, I don't know about this year. I don't know. But I mean, she's going to sit outside, I think, and do it. But I might just keep my distance from the kids and just watch. I just like to look at all the costumes and usually see people I know from when I grew up, in the neighborhood or whatever, that people are still around. But, I mean, it's only until about dark time, so we'd be back in time if we wanted to do something Saturday night.
Yeah, let me know. I'm going to be around, and it was either going to do something here or on the gaming channel. I was thinking about doing some scary games that night. I got one called Outlast. That's really a freaky type game, and I might play that and stream that Saturday night. But if I'm not doing that, I may do this, or I may do this and then stream afterwards. Because guess what? You turn it back an hour Saturday night, you get extra hours Saturday night, people.
That's right.
Happy hour goes one more hour.
That's right.
Yeah, Carnal in the house. What is going on, Carnal? Good to see you, my friend. Let that ride, indeed. He says, I stay in Canton. We ain't got all that fancy drink. I've been near Canton. You got some. Got Sizzle in the house. What is going on? Cheers, my friend. Anthony in the house, of course, who was on. And we did the collaboration talking about the brewery he's building up here in Ohio as well. And I'm gonna get Sizzle back on at some point here too. We were talking earlier today, actually via email. So for those of you that watch that and the recipes he's talking about, he's got a couple of them already done. He's working on the other one. So gonna give me some of that cookie recipe, that cookie beer that he's actually finished. So we'll see what happens. He said peer pressure is bad. Bad peer pressure is good. And John says, few tree limbs slide in, fell off the house. Outside of that, everything was okay. Power came back on this morning. Oh, so you had no power for like a day or so. Wow, I'm glad everything was okay. And that's the least that you had to deal with, a little bit of the tree limbs falling off. Because I saw some people that actually moved their they weren't like, single wide, but they were definitely like some type of home where they lived in. You can move it like a trailer. They moved it, and then they got tore up where they moved it to by the wind. Like if they would have stayed where they were, they might have been okay, but because they all moved them out, it got destroyed like in this line of them. So it's kind of crazy out there. And you see, Evie said, "Dang, what I missed! Step back so the kids could FaceTime one of the nieces. Oh, just kicking it, having a good time. It was nothing too much there, but we're going to keep it rolling for sure." I'm going to sit on the porch and fire candy at those little super spreaders. Yeah, but I was going to ask you, so in your area, they're doing Halloween, where they're going out then? Or, because I think here they've asked like if people aren't going to do it, just to turn their lights off on the porch. So I think it's kind of a mixed bag. And in Ohio, DeWine actually came out earlier today calling for no gatherings or any of the stuff to be done on Saturday night. Because they're actually at a higher level now of things happening. So it'll be interesting, but I don't think it's going to hold well. Like people are going to still do what they're going to do. There's like going to be pub crawls or whatever I think that people were planning to do over there. So
yeah. As of now, it's trick or treats on for sure. I don't know what, if anything, like breweries or bars or anything's got anything going on at the moment. I mean, hell, they just announced today that Indiana had the highest one day COVID, increase or positives or whatever for one day today. Of course, 2 weeks ago or maybe it's been 3 weeks ago now, they went to stage 5, which opened it all up to where there was no capacity of anything, at the bars and restaurants and whatever. So
they did that a couple of weeks ago, you're saying?
Yeah. But ever since then, it seems like it's been on the rise. So
that's why you got the rise probably now today.
Right.
Exactly. This is like a 2 weeks trail.
I mean, other than going to the brewery last Saturday, we still haven't really gone out and done much of anything or gone anywhere. I only go there. I have gone there a couple times. Just because, like I said, it's basically outside and it's, with the garage doors open, it's so much space and spaced out. You're not right on top. You can kind of control it a little bit better.
Yeah, I haven't been to a breweries that I guess I've stepped into. I went into Braxton Labs before, but I didn't really get anything. That was back in June because it was just their party sorts or so. But to actually sit in a brewery and have drinks has probably been. Well, heck, when you guys came down in March, we went to the beer fest. We didn't go to any breweries either. I mean,
no.
And last time I went anywhere where there was like beer stuff was really the festival that we went to. And as far as a restaurant, I've been inside of a restaurant to actually eat in a restaurant since March. And everything's been pretty much ordered and taken out. Still supporting them, just not going to the restaurant to eat. So
yeah.
Even like we've been doing like some stuff with DoorDash, but DoorDash now is like, at least here, it's like they give you 30% off if you do the pickup at the restaurant. So
really,
yeah. So that's kind of interesting on how things are actually taking place now. Oh. But it is. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I've gone to a few restaurants. Well, I meet Shannon's dad and her brother pretty much every Saturday morning for breakfast at a local, local place, not a chain or anything. So they've done a really good job. Of course, you got to wear your mask until you sit down and all that, and it's spaced and stuff. So I've always kind of been a little leery about it, but knock on wood, so far it's worked out. It's been fine. So outside of that, though, I don't know that I've really been to too many places, honestly.
We just had one of our, I guess it's like one of our wine bar places. They actually just shut down themselves. It's funny because, like in Ohio, you're supposed to, follow the rules if you're going to have stuff. People wear their mask unless they're drinking or eating. But they had a bunch of people there that didn't want to wear their mask. And so the business just said, where everybody's out, we're shutting down. And it's kind of like people were complaining about it. And I'm like, if you're going to someone else's business, then you need to follow the rules of that. Why complain about it if they kick you out if you're not going to follow the rules to be in that business?
Right.
You go to another place that might let you do that or whatever. But they just reopened back up today, but they did it a few days ago. Like, just because they had too many people that wouldn't wear the mask, they said, well, we're closed. Everything's closed now.
But, those are the ones that are going to bitch about anything just to be bitching anyway. So,
yeah.
For the most part,
Just never understood it as like, if you don't like it, then just don't go there.
Right.
I mean, no one's forcing you to go there. Oh, shit. From the past.
Golly.
We have looters going wild in Philly. Yeah. Actually, I've got one of my college buddies. He's actually back in Philly. He lives in California. He just went back home for a couple weeks in Philly. And they're actually out around Philly right now. And they haven't seen anything out there. So depends on where you're at, I guess. I know West Philly is where a lot of that stuff was taking place, but it's kind of crazy. But good to see you back, Dolly. Hopefully things have been going well. And EB said, Dolly, cheers to her as well. What I was going to say next was, hey, so a little bit different for this one. Not just have to be all the beer, but it is Halloween. So you or anybody in the chat have favorite Halloween things? Like, what's your favorite, like, Halloween movie?
Oh, man. Favorite Halloween movie? I had to think about that one. Caught me off guard there.
It doesn't have to be one of the Halloween movies, mind you.
No, I know that. But I mean,
funny. Earlier, I was watching AMC's running their marathon through October, like they do every year. They had the old Friday the 13th like on there, the first one, and people forget like Kevin Bacon was in that one. He's like one of the ones that gets killed in there, so it's kind of funny watching.
Johnny Depp too, right? His
star is going. He was Nightmare on Elm Street with Johnny Depp.
Oh, Nightmare.
It's like your
Friday 13th. Yeah.
It's like your biggest star is going like one of the early people. Like you just never know where people are going to end up down the line.
So are you just talking like scary movies or
like your favorite scary type movie? Like if I ever see it, I sit down like The Shining's on, I watch The Shining pretty much all the way through. That's one of my favorites to watch.
That's
scary movie.
Classic. Yeah, that's a good one.
So intense.
That's a good one, man. I mean, I do like Nightmare on Elm Street, the original one. I thought that was, of course, I haven't seen it for a couple of years though, so I don't. Back when it first came out, I was thinking, oh man, that was really good. Of course, it was kind of freaky, scary too. But
yeah,
I do like that one. I don't know. I might have to put that one up there for now. But I got to think too.
I mean, the original Halloween is a classic too. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, that whole thing with Jamie Lee Curtis and them, they did a really good job. Donald Pleasance, evil. Yeah, I
get. Man, I don't know. I don't know what I would go with at this point. Probably not Nightmare on Elm Street, I guess, maybe. Yeah, I kind of like, probably sounds stupid, but I kind of like the, that's so stupid, I can't even think of the damn name of it now, with the white mat, with the mask, Scream. No, I kind of like the Scream, the original Scream.
Was Scream really scary, though? Like,
not really, though. There was
a murder. It was like they were, but it was kind of like
it's more suspenseful, I guess.
Different with that one, where it wasn't as scary, but you were definitely still into it.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
But I mean,
it kind of falls in the Halloween theme, though, I guess, because
it definitely
the mask and people dress up like that. But
yeah, The Exorcist was scary too back in the day.
Is there a Halloween movie out there where it's kind of like Die Hard, where is it actually a Christmas movie or a type movie? is there actually a Halloween movie that's like that where it says, is it a regular or is it actually a Halloween movie? Or
That's a good question. Like people that argue say Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, and people that say it is a Christmas movie. Is there one like that for Halloween?
Trying to think.
I don't know.
And is A Nightmare Before Christmas, is that a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
Well, I thought that was a Christmas one, but it's got the scary movie to be like that. So,
just things that make you go,
Johnny Depp had the one with the Headless Horseman that he had done, which was pretty good. Ichabod or something, I think it was, but that was a good one. Yeah, so I was just kind of curious. Favorite Halloween thing? Favorite Halloween candy? Like,
man, would that just be your normal just candy bar? I think.
But like, what was your favorite? Your favorite of the favorites? Like, the one thing that you got that you knew you got that it was pure gold. It was like that's what you were really wanting to get.
For me, probably. Trying to think back in the day. I know what it wasn't. I didn't like those peanut butter kisses that are just wrapped in the black and the orange wrappers.
Get it out of here.
Those things, you just toss to the side. I didn't like those for sure. Or the bottle caps. I hated those things too. The one candy that I liked. I mean, for me, I guess it would just be kind of like a Snickers or your peanut M&Ms. I've always liked those.
Yeah. For me, it was always the Reese's peanut butter cups because they would get like those individual ones they would give you. Or if I got the miniatures, I'd be okay too. But the single individual, those were always the ones I like. But the problem is if you had a minute or too long, Reese's can melt on you. That would kind of suck. So as you go to get into them, they're sticking to the paper and everything.
Right. Yeah. Then you've already missed all the goodness out of it because it's stuck to the wrapper.
The trick was when you got home, put them in the fridge for a bit, and that would get them formed okay where they didn't stick to the paper.
We do that a lot with a lot of our candy.
Yeah.
We don't buy it a lot, but when we do, we just put it all in the refrigerator. I like it when it's cold like that, regardless.
Yeah, I would say behind the peanut butter cup, the Snickers was definitely there. I wasn't a big fan of Milky Way when I was a kid. I got into that later.
Really.
Those and Three Musketeers I didn't like as a kid, but I got into them later.
Yeah, those two, both of those, which I like. I mean, I'll eat them. I mean, it's chocolate. Yeah. Well, why not? But those were probably a couple of my least favorite candy bars.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't throw them aside or anything. I'd eat them, but it wouldn't be one
Milky Way, they got caramel is pretty solid.
Yeah.
That was
speaking of candy, it made me think when we were in Tennessee, and just made me think of it. We bought, and I know Vanessa always talks about M&Ms all the time.
With the fudge.
We had those fudge ones, and oh my God, those things
the last couple of weeks.
Do what?
I said I got them too over the last couple of weeks. I had them.
And I put those in the refrigerator, and I was like, just pour me a big glass of milk, and I'll just sit and eat the whole bag. Those things were so good. They were so good.
They go down really too easy. Yeah, those are quickly one that I can only buy those here and there because I will eat a whole bag of them pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well, I bought a whole bag and put them in the fridge. I don't think very many other people other than me ate them, and they were gone by the time we left Sunday. Now, granted, we were there for like a day and a half for the most part. 2 days, I guess.
They're like you did, Todd. You did.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, man. Well, they were so good, though.
Yeah. Let's see. Dolly
I still like to see M&Ms come out with like a big bag of just variety. Like everything in it's just something different.
Oh, that would be
not everything, but like you get the peanut, like every brand they have to throw it in the.
You basically want a trail mix of M&Ms, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like to get Starburst back in the day for trick or treat too for Halloween. I used to like those.
I still like Starburst.
Yeah.
Not the yellow ones though. You ever just like get yelling? You're always kind of pissed.
I can usually do the yellow, but yeah, the red and pink were my two favorites. And the orange. Yeah, those were. But the yellow be there. It's like,
I guess. Yeah. That'd be the last one. You just be left over with a bunch of yellows. Then you had to eat them. So
it's not as bad when you have jelly beans and you're left with the black jelly beans. They're like the black licorice. Those ones are the worst. It's just like, just scrap these.
You know, my dad loved the black jelly beans.
Yeah, I didn't like. Unless they put it in a barley wine or something like that. With that barley wine, where you get like that black licorice flavor, I just can't. Yeah, I'm
pretty sure. I don't know if Mom's still on there. You comment. I think my dad loved those black jelly beans though, because I seem like I remember he was like one of the few people that would actually like them or look, wanted them.
Yeah. And
like you said, everybody else, you just throw it away or throw them out. You didn't want those black jelly beans.
The pixie sticks were always good too. Nothing like pure sugar. So, John Pierre said, "Yeah, COVID has definitely changed everything for sure." Vincent, he said, the Hollywood saying like Vincent Price was mad sexy but crazy. Oh, Blake, the sexy corn fritter. Also went on Twitter and got set up with a big one. I don't even know where she's going now. Nothing scarier, Scout said. I like the Birds on Night of the Living Dead. Yeah, see, that's true too, because the Birds was actually one. I don't know if I think of it as a Halloween movie, but it was definitely Hitchcock, one of his best scary movies, I thought. I mean, a lot of people say Psycho was good too. What was the other one that he had done? Like
Big Cujo too, but it's not a Halloween movie.
Cujo was a good one. That was I was thinking the one is like Dial In for Murder or something else that he had done, but the Birds, because I saw it when I was young, that kind of freaked me out. Like seeing like pigeons and all kind of stuff later on after seeing that movie. Like when I had to leave school to walk to my grandmother's house, I had to pass our library, which was next to our rec center. All the pigeons were hanging in the rec center. And so, like, seeing that as a younger kid, seeing that, like, I crossed the street because I wasn't going to walk on the side with them, and I'm walking, and I'm looking, and I'm walking, and I'm looking, and if one of them flinched, I was out of there. Yeah, the Birds left a mark on me for sure. Classic.
It's the things that stick with you when you're a little kid.
Yeah. I think Night of the Living Dead is actually Paul's favorite horror movie as well. Paul really enjoys that one, PA Brew News. That was one that was, even when you watch it today, the writing on it was so good from back then that you could still get pulled into it, even in the old black and white form. So
I got one that's not necessarily a Halloween, but kind of falls into the, maybe, I don't know if we've talked about it or not, but what about Gremlins? Is that considered a Christmas movie?
Gremlins would be Christmas, right? I mean,
that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I consider that to be a Christmas movie.
I kind of would too.
I don't find that one as scary though either, though. I guess.
I mean, I wasn't thinking of it. Yeah, as a scary one, but kind of just the Gremlin or whatever. But being it was during Christmas time, is it a Christmas movie or?
Yeah. Yeah, I consider that to be a Christmas movie, just like that. I consider that to be even more of a Christmas movie than probably Die Hard, because
I would think so.
Gremlin is a gift for Christmas, so it has to be a Christmas movie. A lot of people skip over it. So. Yeah, Scout's right. John Carpenter's version of The Thing was really good. When I think of The Thing, then I got to say, well, what about Alien? Because the first Alien I thought was really good. That was pretty intense. But again, does it fit into like a Halloween type scary? Does a Halloween type scary have to be a certain way? Is the question, I guess. Or can it be any scary type movie?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering when you posted the questions. Like, does it have to be? I don't know. Yeah.
Because you think of like some of the scary movies that are out there. I mean, they're not all around Halloween, so
no.
Some of the vampire.
Actually, probably most of them aren't.
Yeah. Let's see. Blake said, "Come on, StreamYard. What are you doing? Watching the Hogs beat A&M is going to be my favorite thing about Halloween this year." He's got the Woo Pig Suey ready for this weekend. I love Children of the Corn. I've never actually watched Children of the Corn all the way through. I've seen parts of it. I tell you one that I do like from Stephen King, though, is one more than one I like from Stephen King, of course. Like I said to Shine earlier, but Misery. Misery was a good scary movie, kind of. That was more of a suspense type movie than a scary
Misery?
movie.
Yeah, Misery was good.
It's James Caan. And then Christine, I like. I do like Christine.
So
now, another movie would be Silver Bullet, although I wasn't a huge Silver Bullet fan. A lot of people like Silver Bullet as a Halloween movie.
So when would Children of the Corn been? Like the original one?
That was, I want to say, late 80s, maybe?
Was it late 80s? Okay. I feel like
mid to late, somewhere right there. It was after Cujo. And
it was okay. See, I was thinking it was younger because I had a story behind it. If just from what I'm told, but I don't really remember because I'd have been too little. Was Children of the Corn? No. That was what was that called? Village of the Damned or something, I think. What was the one where the kids had all the blonde hair? Was that Village of
That was Children of the Corn, yeah.
That was Children of the Corn?
Yeah, I believe that was Children of the Corn.
So I'm thinking it was younger or older because I feel like, and I don't know if my mom's still watching or not, but I feel like there was a story behind it. When my brother was younger, he had really blonde hair. And I remember him telling a story that one day they were watching that movie, and my brother was I think this is how it goes anyway. He was sleepwalking and come sleepwalking out of his bedroom while they were watching it, scared the shit out of him just because he was sleepwalking. But he had the real blonde hair, and he looked like one of the kids from Children of the Corn or whatever.
That would freak some people out. 1984.
So that's what I'm thinking. He's 8 years older than I am, so that's what I was thinking. Like it would have been early 80s.
It was 1984.
84. So
yeah.
I mean, I guess it's still like possible, man.
Yeah.
Because I'd only been 9. So he'd have been 17 then. So maybe that wasn't it. Maybe that's not how the story goes. I'm just probably dreamt it up. I don't remember
now. But you also got The Ring.
I like The Ring. I remember the first time I saw The Ring. I was kind of freaky.
I think the only one that really I was young when I saw Exorcist stuff, but like The Prince of Darkness was one that kind of freaked me out a little bit when that came out in the late 80s. Because we were all in college, that kind of freaked us out with the mirrors and stuff that took place. There was another one, Wolfen was a good one from back in the day. That was a good scary movie with the werewolves.
What about the I can't think of the name of it. What's the one where they
and the Howling?
Huh?
And the Howling was another good one too.
Yeah. What was the one they had video recorders set up all over the house and they were showing like
Paranormal Activity. That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, actually I like that one. The Paranormal Activity series. After like 2 or 3, I was kind of like, okay, now I'm not going to watch it as much now. But when it first came out, it was kind of a whole interesting thing. But then another one's Blair Witch Project.
That's what I was just going to say. The first Blair Witch
got me pulled into it. Yeah.
The first Blair Witch, a lot of people hated, but I thought it kind of intense a little bit. It kind of kept you on the edge of your seat because you're like, oh.
I think
people kind of played up like it was real or whatever, but I still thought it was pretty good.
I think some people hate it because they never showed the witch at the end.
Yeah.
But it was good. I mean, it had people actually going there and actually thinking this was real, looking for people and stuff. So
yeah.
And the town folks were getting mad. I'm like, are you crazy? You can capitalize on this, you know. There we get all people souvenirs and all kinds of stuff. So
yeah, I remember that first come out. I was thinking that was kind of eerie. Like, I mean, it wasn't, jump out behind the door type scary type thing, but it kind of made you think a little bit.
I think they made it for under 15,000.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It'd be like just a couple guys just going out to the park or something and camping and just video recording shit, and somebody just making some noise out there,
Well, that's what they kind of did. They went out to the woods, the videotape a lot of it, of course, and then there wasn't as much of a script as there was a lot more of the improv of them telling them what they do for certain scenes, and they just did it, and they came back, edited it, put it all together, and next thing you know, it's like it's an underground sensation or whatever, and people are checking it out. Then Hollywood got a hold of it and killed it on the second one, but
right. Well, I think I remember reading too where they would, like at night when they were actually sleeping or whatever, the people that were behind the scenes kind of would set things up that even the actors didn't even know. So they'd get the actual real reaction from them to make it feel more real or whatever, which I think is kind of a cool concept.
Yeah, to catch them and get their reaction there. No, it was good the way they put that together. That was one of the best returns you can get on making a movie, probably Hollywood has seen.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah.
Dolly said he would not believe I liked The Blob. My grandpa showed me. The Blob was a classic back then. That was back with Attacking Tomatoes and stuff like that. Worst candy, wax slips. Hated those. I do remember the wax slips.
Yeah, those were bad. Those were bad.
I love all chocolate, especially milk chocolate, Dolly says. Whiskey, I agree. My favorite is Lindor truffles. Yeah, but you weren't getting those on Halloween. Gilbert moved on to Polliner, Munster Hell, and Wild Turkey 101. So there's the Gilbert we know and love. Dolly says she loves all scary movies. And PA is in the house. What is going on, Paul? Cheers. You guys don't know PA Brew News. Make sure to check him out. And Paul, we just mentioned your favorite movie. Talking about favorite Halloween things, and Night of the Living Dead was brought up, which I think is your favorite there too. Or you put like a Silence of the Lambs. I mean, would you consider that a scary movie?
Well, I was going to say the same thing about like The Shining.
The Shining, I would consider, The Shining, I would consider a little bit more of a horror type movie with some of the stuff they do with it, the scenes and the blood coming from the elevators and the twins, the way they do the twins popping up, kind of.
The original Poltergeist kind of.
Yeah, that's kind of like almost like a scary movie. It was just, I guess you could say that. I mean, would you stay around to get Carolina on a TV set, or were you a bolted? Like I remember Eddie Murphy said that in one of his shows.
I had to be out the door and be like, "Sorry, go to the light. I'm going to the dark. I'm going somewhere where there is no light." Or just.
He said, "You tried to get her eyesight. I tried to change the channel. It didn't work, so we left."
That's right. You just changed the channel. Sorry. What I thought about that, what I thought was scary, kind of freaky about that was that little clown that the kid had in his bedroom. And you wake up in the night and it was in different spots. You remember the little clown?
The clown was freaky. The clown was freaky, but the tree was even freaky too.
Well, that was too.
Yeah, but the clown was definitely freaky there. Because then you got clowns, you got Chucky, and then you got It, the clown from It. That freaked a lot of people out.
Yeah,
people like that clown. People have a fear of clowns. I've never understood that fear of clowns. I mean,
Shannon is scared to death of clowns.
I just think like you're a kid, you go to circuses, so all the clowns are usually friendly there. So I don't know why people have a fear of clowns much.
I'm not sure if it has to do with knowing that it's just like a grown man in like makeup, hiding behind trying to be kind of a pedophile-ish type thing. I'm not really sure. I've tried to ask her before, but she doesn't really know where it stems from.
Yeah.
But it is like an actual phobia for people. Like she's
it definitely is. I know people that are like I know people that wear dolls the same way. Dolls and clowns, they just freaks them out. Like, no way.
If I had like 3 or 4 years ago, when she was working, they had a clown come through for the residents, and she went and locked herself in the bedroom because she didn't even want to see. Like she couldn't see it. Like
I ain't coming out there.
And she locked herself in the bedroom. They was like, just let me know when it's gone. Now, then I'll come back out. I'm like, how old are you? And you're locking yourself in the bedroom from a clown? But I mean, it's legit though. That'd be kind of a shitty thing to be afraid of though, because like I said, it's supposed to be something happy for a kid,
Yeah, I mean, you have to worry about like, does some clown really piss off people that have fear started around them? Like, how do people get to the point of clowns, being afraid of the clowns?
I don't know. It's kind of creepy. It is kind of creepy when you think about it a little bit, though.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess like if you saw something like it and the way like he makes the razor sharp teeth and stuff like that and everything, and you were younger, I can see how that would freak you out. But then some people just see a regular dressed clown and it freaks them out. So
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting. But Scout said his favorite was Almond Joys. He stole it from my kids' #1 all-time favorites. Dad, have you seen my Almond Joy? Did you get Almond Joy? Good for you. I have no idea where it's at though. In my belly. Snicker and peanut M&Ms all day, sons. Yeah, Snickers are good. The peanut M&Ms. But if I got back then it wasn't really Reese's Pieces when I did trick or treat. It was just the peanut butter cups. But if I got Reese's Pieces, I'd be happy with those.
You know that you just mentioned Almond Joy. It just made me think of this for whatever reason. I guess because we've talked about it forever, but you never hear anybody call it anything but Almond Joy. And that's one of those things where how do you pronounce almonds?
Almond.
Yeah. Nobody ever calls it Almond Joy. I've never heard that.
Still one of my favorite commercials is Almond. I don't have Erie here tonight. It's funny because EB's here. Hopefully EB's still here. So it's funny. We were playing Call of Duty the other night. And Erie was telling me that the guys at the truck had to go get a converter or whatever. And she was telling me, yeah, they had to go get a Cadillac converter. I'm like, a Cadillac converter? And she's like, yeah, it's a Cadillac. You never seen like, I'm like, do you mean a catalytic converter? And she's like, yeah. She's like, nobody in South Carolina ever calls it that. They all call it a Cadillac converter. I'm like, no, that's a catalytic. It was just so funny, but that just brings up how we all say stuff differently in different parts of the country. John loved the Extras. Extras was a great movie. Salem's Lot was a great movie too. For a made-for-TV movie, that one can still freak out some people. Love Almond Joy. Tastes like Bounty bars. Yum. I was never a big. Bounty's has the coconut, right? And Almond Joy is coconut.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I was never big into the coconut type candies because the only way I like coconut now is in some of the beers. I'm still not a huge coconut fan outside of beer because of the flakiness feel of it. But
yeah, I'm the same way. But I like the Girl Scout ones. But I gotta have them when we put them in the freezer. The Samoas.
Mm-hmm.
But we gotta put them in the freezer. I can't eat them. I mean, I have, but I don't like them as much if you just take them straight out of the box when they're warm. For that reason, because I don't really like the flakiness of it's a texture feel thing. Like I don't mind the flavor of it, but I just don't like the I don't know, say the crunch of it. I don't know, it's weird. Coconut to me, flake coconut, I guess, kind of weird.
You're trying to like neutralize the taste of it there by putting them in the freezer.
Well, I think I'm neutralizing more of the crunch or the feel of it than it is the taste, because it still kind of tastes. You still taste it, but you don't get that texture of it when it's frozen altogether. It's all just crunchy. You know what I mean? Like it changes it. Now, frozen Samoa I love, but when they're soft out of the package, you know, like if you just bought them off the street, not so much.
Yeah. And John says, Die Hard, Christmas. That's definitely a Christmas movie there for sure. And Dolly says, love war movies. I do like some war, though I still haven't seen Private Ryan. It's not even up on my thing to even see now. There's so many other movies that I want to see. I mean, maybe one day I'll have time and I'll sit there and watch. It's like, what, a 3.5 hour movie or something?
Private Ryan, yeah. It's like, you've never seen that?
I've never seen it. I've seen parts of it, but who can sit for 3.5 hours nowadays to watch something? I mean,
well, that's true. I don't know if it might be. It's probably at least 3 hours for sure.
Yeah, but Full Metal Jacket, Platoon, you know, some of the other war movies, Apocalypse Now, Glory, things on those lines. Yeah, I watched those. What was the one with Mel Gibson?
Damn it. I can see it too. I can see him with the helmet on. I can't think what the hell the name of it was.
Well, not the other one, not the Scottish one, not William Wallace, but the American, the Patriot. Like I said, okay. I've never seen Battleheart all the way. Is it Battleheart? Is the name of it? The one with
I don't know. I can't think of the name of it.
But I've never seen that one all the way through. It's timing. Just the timing hadn't been there. I'd like to see it at some point, but just hadn't.
A good. Did you ever watch Band of Brothers?
No, but that's pretty similar to Private Ryan, I heard too.
Yeah, I think it's all the same. Yes, Spielberg and I think was behind it too.
Yeah,
because wasn't Spielberg in behind that?
Private Ryan, yeah.
I think it was him, and I think Tom Hanks too was in Band of Brothers, also I believe behind it.
Yeah.
It's really good. I would highly recommend checking it out. It's a good series. It was on HBO.
Yeah.
I think it's only just one season long, I'm pretty sure.
I remember when it was on there, it was like one of the special miniseries or something they had done. It looked good.
Yeah. It was really good.
Find a time to watch some of these. And Paul said, Night of the Living Dead is, as is Gremlins. He's a big Gremlins fan. And Paul said, I'm not sexy, but very crazy. Let's see. Night of the Living Dead, 1968, Evans City, Pennsylvania, baby. Yeah, done in PA. Represent the home. Psycho, yes, the new and the old one, the series. I started watching the Bates Hotel. I only got to like the first season, I think, and a half. That was kind of it was actually interesting writing, but it was definitely pretty incestuous of the show. I don't know if you got a chance to watch the Bates Hotel, the TV show. It was definitely different than the movie in that regard. It's kind of like, is mom going to sleep with son here or something? What is going on? There's kind of some freaky stuff taking place here.
It was a good series. I didn't care. I mean, I guess he was good for the part, but I really didn't care for the kid that was Norman Bates. Young Norman Bates. I don't really like, I don't know, something about him. But in saying that, that was kind of what made the series a little bit too, was the tension between, not tension, but it almost felt sexual between the mom.
Yeah, between the mom and the kid.
Yeah. Like, are they? What's going on? Does she want? What is? Yeah, but that was kind of what drove it a little bit in a weird way.
It's like, where are we going here, FX? What's happening? North by Northwest is good too. If I got the title right, haven't seen that one. Tom Cruise, Last Samurai. I did see that one with Tom Cruise there. That was a decent movie. When I was a kid, Mom showed me Stephen King's It. So No More Clowns for the Champion. She made Blake watch it as a kid. That might freak you out a little bit. Jaws is my favorite movie of all time, but Night is definitely my favorite too. Yeah, see, in Jaws something you would put as a horror type movie? Or is it an action movie? I mean, the shark is terrorizing the people, so I guess it could be a horror type movie. I don't think people looked at it that way when it came out.
More suspense?
Probably? It's definitely suspense on it, yeah. I just don't know if you could put that in a horror thing, but it's definitely one of the top movies out there. I think, I don't know. If you were swimming in the ocean, it would definitely be a horror.
Well, they had I'm trying to think of where this was at, but they would have during the summer, and I think I may have mentioned on the show here before, at some lake, they have a big screen out, and it's at nighttime, and you can go out there and float on your rafts, and they show Jaws.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
When you're like in the middle of the lake or something, watching it.
Yeah, that would be kind of sweet. Bums in the house. What is going on, Bums? Is that scene in The Birds where the camera jumps closer and closer to the guy with his eyes pecked out? Still freaks me out to this day. Yeah, there was some freaky stuff that Hitchcock was doing there for sure.
Yeah, he's one of a kind, that's for sure.
I was gonna say the other one that Jordan Peele did, not Get Out. I mean, Get Out was supposed to be kind of a scary movie, but to me, it was just like, come on, man! Like, who's gonna fall for this? Like some of the stuff that I was seeing in it. But the other one he did after with Us was definitely more freaky type movie there.
They were both good. I probably liked Get Out a little bit better, but Us was good too. Though
Get Out was good in it, but it was kind of like there was just stuff like I was watching like, ain't nobody gonna do that. Ain't nobody gonna, maybe from a black perspective, like ain't nobody gonna do that. No, it's not. No. Like,
they're
the
all
only
kind
one I
of
understood was
brainwashed or whatever.
like his boy that was telling him, like, you going out there by your, like, that's how I was like looking at it, like, yeah, like, listen to your boy, because he actually know, like, you know, it's just kind of
Right,
that part.
yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go out
So,
where? Wow, what? No. he should have stuck with his gut.
I thought at points like, okay, you're insulting my intelligence here, Jordan. What are you doing? Like, you know we're fall for that.
Right.
But Us was really freaky. That one really was an interesting type thing. Invasion of the Body Snatcher was an old school one too. That was pretty good. Yeah, Misery. That was really a good one there. And then Joe Dante made Gremlins and the Burbs. Burbs was such a good movie. That was more of a comedy type movie, though, like a comedy horror type thing or something. But also The Howling, which was favorite werewolf. That was a good one. But what about Werewolf in London? That was a good one too. American Werewolf in London, when that one came out. But I love The Howling, and I think the other one I said was Woofing earlier was a good one that I liked. Back in the day, there was a movie called Cat People that was pretty interesting as well that I liked.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, that was with at the time it was Natasha Kamenetsky, the one that was the gymnast back in the 80s from Russia. And they were basically a tribe of people that could turn into maybe that's why I like Black Panthers so much. They could turn into Black Panthers and stuff. They were like Black Panther and they were human, but it was kind of this weird type thing taking place.
Huh.
Gilbert said, I just like Porky's. Who doesn't like Porky's? Except Mrs. Ballbrick. You know, she wasn't good. If I could just get them all here in front of me, I know I could tell which one it was. Oh, man.
That's the classic.
Yeah. Anybody work? Oh, dear Lord, I love The Howling. Howling was good. Pointing out 80s horrors overlooked. Posting out 80s horrors overlooked on my channel. Oh, yeah. So check out P.A. Brutus for some of the great 80s horror movies. Because he has a podcast where they do it as well. And another movie with Jack Nicholson and the kid says Red Rum. That's Shining.
Shining, yeah.
Yeah. Which I did watch Dr. Sleep, which was the sequel to that they came out with, I guess, last year or so with Ewan McGregor. It actually wasn't a bad movie.
I was going to say, was it any good?
Yeah, it kind of went into more detail about The Shining, which is what he had in the movie and how it all worked and stuff. And then how basically he had been avoiding it his whole life, but had to come back into it because there was like somebody else in trouble and stuff. It was an interesting story how they put it together.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. Did every year, one at a time on my channel as well. That Children of the Damned, also known as Children, they remade it with Christopher Reeves. Oh, wow. Did not know that. Also, it was actually great. Oh, there's Peggy. Peggy says, Todd, when I bought jelly beans, your dad would pick out all the good colors and leave the pink and green ones every damn time. He would only eat brats.
but I was thinking he liked the black ones, though, for some reason.
Well, apparently, he didn't like the pink and green. We know that.
Well, yeah. So I guess he was eating the black ones there for sure. But I always thought he always picked out the black ones, too, though.
Which I actually am a believer that Jelly Belly changed the jelly bean game forever when they came out with their stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Jelly Belly just took it to a different level. I like a different kind of ring. I know you do, Paul. Yeah, Albert Finney Wolf in 1981. P.A. Bruce. Don't encourage Paul. We don't allow that. Was he tripping for real though? Pink and brown. Gee, see, this is where it starts to head on the show. Descriptions for most horror films just sound like living with me at my house in the woods. Well, you know, it is kind of like going to Silence of the Lambs there.
That would be a sight.
Favorite quote is from Phantasm. You play a good game, boy. Phantasm was one of those interesting ones back there too in the 80s with the horror films, that little ball that would open. Hellraiser. That was actually the first Hellraiser when it came out was one of my favorite ones back then too. That was kind of freaky. The first time you saw Hellraiser.
The only thing I remember about Phantasm, and I think it was Phantasm, was that wasn't that when he got his hand caught in a garbage disposal or something?
I don't think that
Pinky or something, wasn't it? In Phantasm.
I haven't watched Phantasm in a while, but I was trying to think. I don't think it was Phantasm.
I felt like I was a little kid when going to the drive-in when seeing that.
I was trying to think if it might have been one of the ones on Creepshow, because Creepshow was another one Stephen King did that was pretty good.
Well, yeah, the original Creepshow was good.
Creepshow, the one with the exterminator and the roaches was probably the worst one there.
Yeah.
And behind that was the Ted Danson one with Adrian Barbeau to get buried at the beach type situation.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then the water comes up. But the roach one was terrible.
Yeah. When I was a little kid, they used to show the Twilight Zone on TV, and it was the old black and white, like with Rod Sterling and stuff. And there was always one that freaked me out of the Twilight Zones. And I don't know if you ever saw it or not, but there's one where this old guy's in this house, and he's got a picture on the wall, and it's a picture of a grave, and he would look at it. And he would look away, and then you would see the grave was open. And he would look back, and he would see the grave. Like the person was now walking from the grave. And they kept walking again. And then you would hear a knock at the door. And it basically would come in and basically kill this guy. But this guy ended up dying more of the fright of everything. But that one freaked me out for a while.
Oh, wow. That sounds good. I've never seen that one, I don't think.
That was one of the freaky ones that freaked me out for a bit. Like,
that would be pretty good now.
Yeah, it would be. The Bob was shot in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania at the Colonial Theater. PA represent. And it puts the lotion in the basket, right? Phantasm, early 80s movie. Yeah, that was early 80s. Let's see. We try and just show these cats what's popping, Rod. Yeah, we're just talking some of the Halloween stuff right now here. I'm gonna check it out, Whiskey. Let's see. And then Phantasm 1979 and Halloween.
I was gonna say I remember at the drive-in because we used to go. My dad would take me, my brother, my cousin Pat all the time to the drive-in on the weekends. Of course, then I was 79. I would have been 4 or 5 years, 4 years old, 5 years old, whatever.
Yeah.
I'd sit through the first movie. The first movie was always something, kind of family-oriented, whatever. I could watch that. Then I ended up falling asleep in the back seat, and that was always when, like, Phantasm and some of the old stuff. But I remember seeing that movie for some reason, and the finger or something had to do with the garbage disposal or a finger in a box or something stupid like that. I don't remember. Like, so it's kind of one of those things you just kind of remember as a kid seeing.
Yeah. Let me see here. Let's calm down all the favorite things. Oh, I hate clowns too. Sidekick, where's Shannon?
She missed that conversation earlier, I guess.
Yeah. So Shannon's.
She got a dentist appointment tomorrow and didn't want to be hungover going to the dentist appointment, so she's laying in bed or in bed.
The actual clowns from the 40s and 50s were way scarier than the scary clowns today. Yeah. Maybe that's why people freak out. I don't know. Well, I mean, young people freak out now with clowns because of that Gacy guy, the obese killer. Oh, that was the serial killer, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bringing some down the area next week, Rod. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't get a chance to respond there, but I'm probably going to be able to meet up at Listerman. I was going to tell you that you might want to check before you come down. Where Listerman is Hamilton County, and they are essentially in the purple now, and they're talking about shutting some stuff down around the city because that's one of the higher areas that we're picking up stuff. So just check before you come down. But with some of the stuff happening, we're going to probably chill. I might not be able to meet up with you there. Have to see.
Paul's coming down next weekend?
Yeah, he was coming down with his buddy. They were going to go check out Listerman Brewing.
Oh, that's cool.
But Listerman's at Xavier's campus, and right now Hamilton County is pretty much told the governor, like, you need to settle it or we have to start shutting stuff down there. Like, they're rising numbers like crazy. So some of these places might not even be open in the next week or so.
If all the shit wasn't going on, I'd for sure come down to hang out with them for a day or something. If we all could meet up or something, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so we got like some underlying stuff that we're just being careful with and everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Ron, what is going on? Good to see you, my friend. Ron, if you don't know Ron, Beers, Reviews, and Tools, check out Ron. He's up there in Massachusetts. Another great beer channel. Happy Halloween. weekend to you as well, and turn the clock back an hour to get the next hour of drinking in this weekend, Ron. And we got Beer Native in the house. Welcome. Good to see you. I think Beer Native, first time to the channel. So you get a big welcome. And just popped up on my recommendations. Well, I guess YouTube likes me. They like me. They really, really like me. So glad to have you aboard. And definitely look forward to seeing if you're doing some stuff on your channel. Let us know and look forward to check you out too. Clowns never scare me. Their liver goes great with beans. and a good whiskey, right, Scout? And a good whiskey. A beast killer who posed as a clown to kill. Well, if he's a beast, he can't chase you too far. Yeah. Beer Native says there's no difference between actual clowns and scary clowns. They're all the same person, man. They're all the same.
Very true.
They have seen good decorated homes for 2020. There's definitely been some decorations out there, and I think, that's one way people are showing if they're going to be doing the Halloween stuff, I guess, for trick or treat or trying to do something to break out of the routine that we've been in here. Clowns aren't scary at all, Paul says. I'm with you. I've never been nervous about clowns or scared about clowns. The clown-sized spider might raise a hair or two for people when compared. Now, you get some of those Australian spiders that they show that are huge. Yeah, that'd be like, okay. That's almost like Caroline in the TV. I'm moving out the house if I see a spider that's like...
That's right. Yeah, hell with that.
What about the kids? Leave them.
Hey, let them have it. Let the spider have what it wants. I'm out.
Actually, 2020 has been a scary Halloween with all wearing masks. Yeah, everybody's wearing masks, and 2020 has been a scary year all in itself with stuff happening. I love the big funny guy that died, Uncle Buck. Just saw it. Oh, John Candy. Yeah, John Candy was he was a good actor. Yeah, I can't believe you just saw Uncle Buck. That's a classic comedy right there.
No kidding.
Still on John Candy. Candy. Halloween comes together. You don't know his name? That makes me have the sniffles, right? That was young. She just doesn't know. People think it's okay to drink malt liquor. Scare me. What scares you, malt liquor drinkers? I'm with you, Rod. I can tolerate the taste of coconut, but hate the texture, and I like the toasted coconut on the Zagnut bar. Well, there you go. Yeah, see, Zagnut was one I didn't really do either because I knew it had the coconut. But yeah, that taste and the texture of it is kind of like you put it in a beer, like some of these coconut stouts, I'm good to go. But to have it like on the cake or in the candy or something like that, gonna get to me like feels funny on the tongue and stuff. It's just
I can't say I've ever had a Zagnut bar, honestly.
Yeah, that's like the blue and white wrapper, I believe, for the Zagnut. And John Carey, and love him, but Jim Carrey, I think you mean. Yeah, Jim Carrey, he's actually doing stuff on Saturday Night Live now. He's been actually filling in as a Joe Biden character.
Yeah,
and he's been pretty hilarious at it too.
Yeah, those have been pretty good.
Yeah. See the movie Taking Chance with Act. That is a movie I wanted to see, and I believe that's when he's like in the military. And I never watched it. I had it one time on Netflix, I think, and I might have it on DVD, but I got a chance to do it. But he has to go cross country, I believe, to families that lost military personnel, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, Braveheart was what we were trying to think of earlier. That's the one with Mel Gibson doing William Wallace. Paul said Braveheart.
Yeah.
The Lost Battalion is something you should all watch. There you go. So you know how Robin Williams died? I love him. He was a overdose for Robin Williams. No, he's an overdose. He did suicide.
Suicide.
He left a note. Yeah, but did he suicide? Taking drugs, maybe the overdose.
Yeah, probably so.
I think he does. Yeah.
I think he was a big drug guy anyway at one point in his life.
He gave it up for like years. I mean, he put all that stuff, and he just went off the edge and decided to do it that way. What's up, Throttle? Daniel in the house. What's going on? Another great whiskey channel. If you guys haven't checked out Whiskey Throttle, check out Daniel there too. We're just kicking it right now, talking about some Halloween type stuff, pretty much right now. Love Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is always a good actor. Came a long way since Bosom Buddies back in the 80s.
Yep.
Platoon, Charlie Sheen was just like my time in Vietnam. So Platoon was a great movie as well. I do like that one there. William Dafoe and that was a good one. You'll have a deep fried bounty bar. So good. I've never had a deep fried bounty bar. I've had a deep fried Twinkie and deep fried Oreos when I've been in Vegas.
Oreo, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've had a deep fried Twinkie. Had the Oreo for sure. It was good.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the places in Vegas on Fremont, they specialize in doing the deep fried stuff for the Oreo and the Twinkies. So it's like, what the hell? We're in Vegas. Let's let it fly. 50-minute Batch Fest coming up my channel about the Evil Dead 2013 remake. Oh, nice. Yeah, if you guys don't have PA Brew News, make sure you check out Paul there. He does some good stuff. I need to catch up and see if you're doing some more of the paintings. The mama from Base Hotel was a great actress. The young boy was a weirdo.
Yeah, I agree, Dolly. I agree 100%.
Throttle says incest? What the hell? Okay, I got to go. Creepy. You can blame FX on that, Throttle. Oh, what's up, Emerson? Cheers, my friend. Good to see you. You got to go to work tomorrow. Sucks. Have one for me. Cheers. We will. Thanks for swinging by to say hello. And that reminds me, I'm going to crack open my peanut butter milk stout now.
This Pity Mints is pretty good. Tastes pretty much like the Andes candy in a glass.
Nice. Paul says, incest psychos murder? Okay, I'm listening. Texas has the Pond Theater. Jaws, monster movies, not horror. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With Jaws, it's kind of like where people put that at. I mean, some people were freaked out and terrified by it, so maybe to them it might have been horror. But yeah, I don't know. I just how people want to play that one. I'm going down to it as soon as I can. Daryl's in the house. What's going on, Daryl? Cheers. How's it going out in Cali, my friend? Good to see you. Work from home tomorrow, so it's beer time. That's the best way to work from home.
There you go.
Yeah, I've been doing that for a long time now. So my people, they're like, "Oh, we want to go back to the office." Not this guy.
Why would you?
Yeah. they're all a lot of them are millennials, so they want to hang out with each other. Like, nope. I'm good. Epic film, not just a monster or horror film. True. It is one of the, I would say Jaws to me is one of the top 10 films in my book. If I had to rank films out, I think it's a top 10 type flip.
Of all time?
Of all time.
I can see that.
Garbage for the most part. Well, you got a lot of the remakes that are taking place too that kind of like, come up with some creativity. There's some good ones that come up though. But yeah, I can say I feel like 40 to 50 at least percentage-wise aren't really that great or new ideas. If I had intelligence, I'd probably be insulted. American Werewolf in London, very good, but very fan-favorably overrated. Yeah. Jaws was good. I have Cat People on Laserdisc and the soundtrack. Well, yeah, Cat People was one of my favorite movies growing up in the 80s. I was a big fan of that movie. Also a big fan of Natasha as well. She was one of the great gymnasts today. Kurt Russell's skit, Quentin Tarantino's Grindhouse. So Grindhouse was pretty cool. Tarantino put Kurt Russell in the one with the cars, which was pretty good. And that was him going against, I want to say it was Rosario Dawson, I think was the chick. No. Was it Dawson on that one? Or was it, I know Fergie was in it. It might have been Fergie was one of the chicks too or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I never got around to watching Grindhouse.
I like the one with the chick that was a brunette that had lost half of her leg and it was like a gun. She was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And the guy picks her up and he's holding her while she's shooting her leg, basically. Tarantino. Don't tell me you know who Quentin Tarantino is, Dolly. Scout too, or Scout. Children of the Damned is the one with the kids with the blonde hair. Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Children of the Damned.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, Children. Is it Children of the Damned or Village of the Damned?
I know I've heard of Village of the Damned before, but I mean, Paul's a big horror buff, so he probably
right. Yeah, no, that's why I was asking. I didn't think it was Children of the Corn, but I wasn't for sure. But I just know it was like I don't. If I was, hell, I mean, I haven't been born yet, but I was. If I was very little. Because my brother was. He wasn't very old either. I don't think 9 or 10, maybe. However old those kids were in that movie. I just remember them telling the story how it freaked him out because he was sleepwalking and had like the bleach blonde hair like those kids in the movie did. And I think they just happened to be watching it at the same time this happened. Like it freaked him out big time.
Your brother's lucky in the wrong house. He might have got shot sneaking up on people.
Yeah. Fast forward 50 years, he probably would have been dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you got Arizona in the house. What is going on? He says, oh, wait, so I'll give you the compensatory IO, even though I'm on the Kentucky side, but I'll watch the Buckeyes play. Hopefully you're doing well in Arizona, my friend. Good to see you as always. And I sat next to Douglas Bradley from Hellraiser while he tore his nachos apart. White boys love nachos. I think everybody loves nachos.
Who doesn't like? Yeah, I was gonna say, who doesn't love nachos?
I've never seen anybody turn down some nachos. Leslie Nelson was also good in that Creep Show episode. Yeah, he was good as well. And tacos. Yeah, see, everybody loves tacos. I mean, one of the funniest things I thought when they said when Hillary ran against Trump in 2016, he would say if Hillary won, there'd be a taco truck on every corner. I'm like, what's the problem with a taco truck on every corner?
Right.
I don't see any way to lose on this one here.
A win-win.
Win-win. First season of Are You Afraid of the Dark? I never saw that one, but I knew about that show as well. The Whiskey Scout, watch the Scout working on his Harley is pretty scary. Oh. What are you drinking? The Sidekick looks good.
It's called Pitty Mints from Southern Grist in Nashville, Tennessee. So it's basically the Andes, the liquid version of Andes candies. Mint chocolate candy.
There you go.
It's really good. Tastes just like the candy, in my opinion. They're pretty damn close to it.
Scout said the Harley is going. He's buying an older one come spring. This is here. Dolly says, damn, these stories are lengthy. Stories can definitely be lengthy. She corrected her there. The finger was in a box and it was an embalming fluid oozing from it. So was that the one from the children one then with the finger?
No, that was Phantasm.
That wasn't a Justin Bieber video because that was something else in the box.
So Paul's still on here. Did he put the finger in the garbage disposal? Is that what happened in that movie? It's been I haven't seen it for ages. So Paul, you're still there. Answer. Did he put the finger in the garbage disposal? I just remember it as a little kid. I don't know.
Yeah, we're talking about John Wayne Gacy. Yeah, Paul says he's going all the way to Frankfurt, Kentucky. Why are you going all the way to Frankfurt? I mean, there's stuff you could do in Frankfurt, kind of, if you want to take a look around the town and stuff. But
go to Lexington if you want to hit some breweries.
Yeah.
Go to Lexington.
Creepy. Yeah, I saw a movie yesterday in France. The guy made beer with potatoes. So they can get fermented. Let me slide down here. Vanessa is back in the house. Paul says he's taking his kids out for Halloween this weekend, dressing as a plague doctor while I escort them around. There you go. Favorite war movie, Full Metal Jacket, Dolly said. And Apocalypse, my brother showed me. Both of them are classics, in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, that's right. He didn't do drugs. Paul says, no, Robin Williams was just hanging around. Hint, hint. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah. Almost like Carradine. It's like Carradine was doing something else while he hung himself. He had dementia when he committed suicide. Oh, I didn't know that. With depression, yeah, I knew about him dealing with depression, and Parkinson's was starting to badly on the toll on his life too. So yeah, got Nina in the house. What is going on, Nina? Cheers. Yeah, vacation. I came back to work yesterday, and so a couple of days off and back into it. And within an hour being back in work, I wanted to be off again. So
it's usually the case.
It's all the catch-up stuff you got to do when you get back. But nice to see you as well, Nina. If you guys don't know Nina, make sure you check out Nina here, too. Nina's a big beer drinker. Nina, what are you drinking on tonight if you are drinking something? Sad stuff, Kitty, for sure. Yeah, definitely. You got Stodgy in the house. What's going on, Stodgy? Stodgy's got his stuff rolling, and Stodgy actually hangs out with myself and EB and a couple of other guys over there, Blake. And if you guys haven't checked out Stodgy's new channel, well, I don't know if it's new, how long it's been out there, but he's doing some gaming stuff. He's actually been playing the Blair Witch Project on his channel, so check out Stodgy as well. Cool cat and definitely good people. Robin had dementia, RIP, yeah. And indeed, all familiar with dementia effects. Phone's about to go later. All right, Scout, thanks for swinging in, brother. Good checking out, hanging out with us for a bit. Screw the Samsung, fixing all my swear words. You're being need to crack open that meat, right? I know, right? I told you I was going to do that like 2 weeks ago, last week. So it is on deck right now. I was cleaning out the cooler. I had to get some other stuff out the way, but I will do the mead for you, my friend. He's been waiting to hear me talk about the mead that I got. Hey, Roderick, have you ever tried fried bologna's Dolly? You see, you haven't been around. Fried bologna sandwich is way earlier this year.
Yeah. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, yeah. So yeah, that's all been done and in the past already. So it was decent. It was like a flat hot dog, you know. Tried the Evil Genius peanut butter chocolate porter purple monkey dishwasher. That's a mouthful.
No kidding.
How'd you like it, Nina? I've heard good things about Evil Genius. Autopsy report released in November concluded they died of asphyxia due to hanging. Was still in the mental disease. Drugs was in the 70s. Yeah, he had got off. I think he was still doing some drugs in the 80s because I think when he was doing Mork and Mindy, what was that, the 70s with Mork and Mindy?
Might have been a kind of carryover. Late 70s, early 80s.
Yes, I think like around the 80s or so is when he went to rehab, but could be wrong. Sad it wasn't autoerotic. Well, see, that was Carradine with the autoerotic type stuff. So, too much. Well, Paul, if I told you it was too much, would you stop anyway? So,
would it matter? Would it matter?
Top Gun is right there with Jaws in the top 10, my personal opinion. See, Top Gun, I've always liked it. I don't know if I've ever watched that front to end, but I have seen the movie for the most part because I've watched it in parts. So I know the different parts of the movie, but it's pretty decent.
You ever watch Top Gun all the way from beginning to end?
Is she there? Are you talking to me? Or you're looking at Shannon like she was there or something.
No. I said you never watched Top Gun from beginning to end.
The whole 2 hours and watched it, but I've seen different parts of it. Yeah,
I'm that way with some movies too. Though, like I've never seen it from sat down and watched the whole thing, but I've seen enough of it where I've seen the whole thing.
It's just like the time and to try to sit there and watch a movie when you got a bunch of other stuff taking place. Yeah. Yes, Dennis. Let me see. Yes, as Dennis, due to illness, was progressing, he hung himself. Lewy body dementia is an umbrella term that encompasses two similar dementias, both of which are characterized by abnormal deposits of protein, alpha-synuclein in the brain. Huh. Yeah, Death Proof, that was part of the Grindhouse there, too. Like, when we saw it at the movie theater, so both of them were together. Then they broke them up separate when they brought them out and other stuff. Because Rodriguez did half of it and Tarantino did half of it. Protein in the brain whiskey. Dolly was asking there. And I see my Tarantino rant for another day. Piece of crap. Paul's not up with Tarantino.
People definitely either love him or hate him. That's for sure.
Yeah. Reservoir Dogs.
I don't think.
Reservoir Dogs is one of my favorite movies by him. I've always enjoyed that one. And then I've always liked True Romance. He didn't direct that one, but he wrote the script for it. Of course, Pulp Fiction is a classic, so my opinion. Yeah. Strokes in the white matter of the brain cause dementia-like symptoms. There you go. Alpha-synuclein, Village. That was the Village, is what Paul said, of the Damned. Had the finger thing. Yeah. Frontal kitty. Dolly just looked for her part. Yeah, think Todd. And no, the white matter is the stuff around inner part of the brainstem. Let me see. Can a stroke be caused by a fall or is it cardiovascular? Think of white matter region like a CPU for controlled circuits ahead. Yeah. I just like not tacos. tacos. Paul, why does it not surprise me there? But yet you eat a raw steak. Love tacos, could eat many. Probably pretty fat. Yeah, I can actually put down some tacos. We actually had a spot next to us. I used to do like a taco bar every Wednesday, and it was like all you can eat tacos. I literally have to force myself to stop because it's like I can just keep going, you know. Big fan of the tacos. Sort of easy way I can explain it was having mini strokes in White Matter in 2007. Yeah. And Dolly said, well, sorry to hear that, Kitty. Yeah. Vanessa's definitely had to battle some stuff there. Hello at Nina from Daryl. I do like Andy's candies. So would you prefer Andy's candies or would you prefer peppermint patties? Which one do you prefer?
They're different for sure.
Yeah.
I think the peppermint patties are definitely mintier, I think. Not as chocolatey.
More minty.
That's a good question. I'd almost have to have them side by side just to try one and see. Now I think about it. I do like the peppermint patty, but it is more minty for sure.
A Halloween taste off.
I don't know. The Andes are good though. There's more chocolatey to them. I'd probably have to go with the Andes. Off the top of my head at the moment.
Some Andes with that beer is what you should have had.
Oh yeah.
Vanessa said hard taco wrapped in soft taco. Young one. I mean, that's a double decker taco at Taco Bell. That's what you get. The hard and the soft.
Which they probably don't have anymore, so. Because they always discontinue everything that sells good.
Yeah, the Dolly like
pizza.
I think they still have the double decker though. Although I don't get that one as much. But I remember when it first came out, that was pretty popular to get that.
Do they? Well, I have gotten it for a long time either. I didn't know if they still had it or not. Actually, I think they may have a version of it on the dollar menu.
Yeah. Usually when I go to Taco Bell, like I prefer like the steak burrito or something.
Yeah.
Taco.
Although have you had that new? Speaking of Taco Bell, have you had that new grilled cheese? It's not new now, I guess, but the grilled cheese burrito or whatever it is.
No, I haven't been Taco Bell in a few months.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's a phantasm instead. Yes, he did talk.
Okay.
Hellraiser. The cube is a star. Yeah, and Hellraiser. Put that damn cube down. Make tortilla tacos with ground turkey, side of rice. Then the big ass fly came out of the box.
That's right. Yeah.
Scary. That made me think of The Fly with Jeff Goldblum, which is actually a remake from when Vincent Price did it back in the day.
It's funny that you bring that up because when we were in Tennessee, so it was like my mom was with us too. So it was me and Shannon, our daughter, then her aunt and two grandsons went with us. And so we were sitting down at her aunt's house, and she's got I don't know if it's Amazon Prime. I don't know where she gets these movies, and she waits for them to go on discount. But she was talking about The Fly, so she bought The Fly. She's like a movie buff. And then Mom brought up, was like, remember the old Fly from like the 60s or whatever? So she was trying to find it. And we watched like the preview of it. I was like, oh my God, this thing looks terrible. But then Mom was like, well, that thing was like scary back in the day, when they were kids. Like it was scary back then, like I was like, I don't know about that. I guess maybe it was then, but looking at it now, I was like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah. It's like watching The Mummy back in the day. They were scared. Like, the mummy couldn't even run.
Right.
Run away from it. Make more tortilla tacos with ground turkey and a side of rice. There you go. And let's see, going to see Daniel Boone's grave, another PA native. Gotcha. A little sightseeing tour. Turkey meatloaf is good with cranberry. I've never had turkey meatloaf. I wouldn't be I would try it. I wouldn't be offended to try it or anything. I give it a go. We got Brew Review in the house. What is going on, my friend? Bazinga.
Bazinga.
Hopefully you're having a great Thursday. Let us know what you're drinking there as well. I love this Hungry Man turkey frozen dinner. I haven't had a Hungry Man in like ages.
Oh, me either.
I had a roll with some pumpkin pie. Yummy. Schaefer going down smooth. What? You got a Schaefer? Hershey, Porter, Budweiser, and Mike close out with a regular old Mick Light. Like, you just stuff happening there, Nina. Ooh. What do you think of that Hershey Porter, by the way? Let me know. Have you had it already tried? You tried it as well?
Is that the Yingling?
Yeah, that's a Yingling one.
Yeah. Have you had it since they came out with it regular?
I mean, I had it when it came out last year.
But you haven't had it in the bottles?
No. Let me do something here real quick.
I don't know if it's the sound on my end or your end.
I wasn't on this thing here. I had to adjust it. This.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, I bought a 12-pack while we were in Tennessee, and I don't think it was as good as it was when I had it first time on draft.
Well, now that they're trying to probably saturate the market with it, maybe it took something away from it.
Maybe, but draft's always better anyway. Usually,
yeah.
But I mean, it was still decent. Like I'm not sure that it was all the rave that everybody was anticipating. Probably because they only had it on draft. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. If people didn't have it on draft, it'll probably be like, oh, they probably like it. But if you have it on draft, you have something to compare back. Like when I had it on draft, you really got a nice hit of that Hershey's chocolate in it, which I like because growing up where I grew up at, I was like an hour and a half from Hershey, PA, so I was used to Hershey's and their candies and stuff younger. So.
I don't think the Hershey's was as pronounced in the bottle as it was on draft.
Yeah.
I mean, you still tell it's there for sure, but I just didn't think it was as good. Don't get me wrong, for what I paid for $16 for a 12-pack or whatever it was. I mean, for a good chocolate, nice porter. I mean, it's definitely worth that, but probably not the hype of what everybody might, picking it up would expect, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, you're not going to really overpay for a Yingling. I mean, they're pretty reasonable for their beers and for what you would get out of it. I didn't do their Oktoberfest this year. I was thinking about getting that, but I didn't really want a whole 6-pack of it. I just wanted to get one, but I couldn't find anybody that had an individual.
I saw today, or one of the main bottle shops that I go to, come out with just got in stock 2 different Guinness. One was a barrel-aged Guinness.
Oh, that might be.
Have you seen that?
Then was it just say like Guinness? Anything special for the name of the stout, or
I think it just said Guinness barrel-aged stout. I think I'd have to look. I'll have to look it out. I'll have to send you pictures of those later because it's on my. I have to look on my phone. Of course, I'm broadcasting on my phone, so I can't.
That might have been of the American brewery.
But it was a barrel aged, and then it was something else too that I hadn't seen either one of them.
Yeah. And then let me see here. Dolly says my drink is strawberry quick with ice.
Strawberry quick.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody put ice in it, but Dolly's the only person I know that does that.
Should put a little vodka in it or something instead.
Do we really want Dolly drunk? I can only imagine how it would get crazy. The evil Genesis, very
Good
nutty.
point.
That's where I buy again. Wild name. A little bit of nutty with the porter. Usually with like brown ales, you get a little bit more of that nuttiness there. Daryl said Fall River Blood Orange IPA. I haven't had a Blood Orange IPA in a bit, so that'd be kind of something I would definitely give a go to. Oh, I was going to do an unboxing stuff here tonight, too. I haven't got a chance to even get over to do that stuff yet, but I got a special delivery, so I was going to share with you guys what I got today. So, Staji said, had Lonnie Kugel Snow Trip Vanilla Porter the other night. It was amazing. Just saying, have you had that? Oh, yeah, the Lonnie Kugel Snowdrift, that's actually not a bad porter. That's something I first started having like a few years back, and that's actually one of the ones I prefer from Lonnie Kugel's. They also have the big, Yeah, that one is pretty good. The Ike. I think they have an Ike, and they have like one of their Big Reds, or it might be Ike Big Red. I don't really can't remember offhand, but it's not one you see as much. But they have some other beers that I like that aren't their shandies.
Oh, you know what I did pick up today? I finally got it, but I had to pick it up in Louisville. Was the Dragon's Milk Solera.
Oh yeah, you're gonna like that. I guarantee it. That's a guy was saying in the commercial.
Well, I already talked about it. I was like, but I never saw it over here. It's really weird here. Either I'm missing them, or we don't get all the variants of the Dragon's Milk, which I've said before. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the case is. I mean, it's a very good case. I miss it, but those don't usually sell out. Like,
well, that's the one.
You don't usually run to get those.
That's the one coming off the summer because they already got the new one for the fall that's out as well.
Yeah.
So maybe the surplus got moved over. They were able to pick up or something. You're going to like it though. I mean, it's pretty tasty.
Well, there's a Total Wine like literally 2 stoplights from where I work, and it's sort on the way home. I mean, I got to pass the exit I take, but it just hit it coming right back. So it's no big deal. So I got off early, semi-early today. So I was like, I'm gonna run in there real quick and see if they have it, and they did. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting it. Just because I haven't seen it on the Indiana side at all.
Fall River, Mass. Having a black quad from Real Ale Brewing Company. Cheers. What is going on, Foamy, down there in Texas? I like a nice black ale and a quad too. I'd be all over that. Sample from St. Foulan from Belgium with a nice glass at home. Very nice. Junior Mint. What's an IPA that you guys would recommend for drinkers who don't normally like IPAs and that it's sweet? Well, I was going to say I didn't get a chance to get to the other stories because we've had a good amount of comments, which are always great, which I always encourage, which I always love because it's all about interaction. But this year, again, Bell's Too Hard at one for best IPA. And I've had friends that don't like IPAs that do like Bell's Too Hard. So that will probably be one that you want to check out. I was actually going to talk about that earlier. I had a thing down here for Bell's Too Hard. But I don't know. It was ranked as one of the best beers out there, like top 10 beers. And it's good for the IPA. It's definitely one of the top ones there. But I don't know if I'd have it as one of the best beers out there.
For Too Harded?
Yeah, for Too Harded. As a top 10.
Didn't it win the best beer for the 4th year in a row?
I think it won for best beer and best IPA.
And I think it was the best overall beer, period. Like,
that's overall.
I think it's like the 4th year in a row that it won.
Like, to me, that's not a 5 out of 5 beer when I do my stuff. It's kind of like that's probably more of a 4.25, 4.5 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, probably not anymore because of how much the style has changed. But as a kind of go back to the roots type beer,
yeah,
probably maybe. Which is hard to judge on those now, though. Like I know what you're saying. Like when I first said it, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome!" Like 5, it's definitely a 5. Now maybe not as much as it was then, but to me, it's still like my go-to because pretty much you can get it just about anywhere, right? Like most restaurants or whatever will carry it,
right?
So if you got someplace that's got like a shitty selection, like give me a Too Hard, I'll take that all day.
Rock with it, right? Yeah.
And I've even said, like, gun to head, if there's one beer that you had to have for the rest of your life, I would probably choose. I mean, maybe not now. It'd be hard to say, but that would be up there as one I would be like, okay, give me a Too Harded, and I'd be fine with that for the rest of my life. If that was the only beer I could ever have again. Yeah,
I mean, it's a good taste in IPA. There's no doubt about that. I don't know.
Would you recommend the Double Too Harded since it's a little bit sweeter? I think
I like the Double Too Hard. It's more maltier, but it's a bigger beer. I mean,
well, it is.
Yeah, you want that bitterness. I guess you want the IPA. If you wanted something a little more maltier than a double to it, the double is pretty good.
We just got another batch of Double Too Harded hit the area within the last week and a half or so.
Yeah, but then with the IPAs, it also depends on. Do you want East Coast? Do you want West Coast? Do you want milkshake? Do you want juicy. The IPA category has just been expanded into all kinds.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
IPAs.
that's almost a beer style in itself, IPA. And then you just branch off of that,
Yeah. But I'll tell you,
it's almost become like a Pilsner or a Lager, like everything, or a stout, or or porter or whatever. Everything kind of is that beer base. So IPA is almost the same way now. It's like it is. That's what it is. IPA. Now you've got 15 different things underneath that.
Yeah, it's like they just gave the awards for the Great American Beer Fest, and the majority of beers that won and a lot of stuff were IPAs or stouts. And there's just so many other beer styles that are out there. Like me and Paul will talk about stuff like a good Roush beer or a good Schwartz beer, Keller beer. There's different styles that don't even get looked at because people don't know about them really, that are so much tastier type beers. Some of the Flanders as far as sours. And I feel like in America, everything gets put in front of people is just IPA or stout. So you miss all these other opportunities out there. So for me, taste the other more broad horizon out there. That's why I'm thinking this isn't one that I would say is probably one of my top 10 favorite beers I've ever had. It's a good beer, a very good beer, just on a top 10 beer. But for someone else, IPA I would say the Two Hearted Ale. If you're an IPA person looking to get something, that would be a good start that you could probably depend on. Like I said, I have friends that aren't big IPA fans that actually enjoy that beer.
Yeah. But that's kind of where the whole beer world kind of gets cloudy in a sense, because you've got like the old school kind of Staffley type places that don't do a lot of extravagant stuff, but their base IPA, stouts, or whatever are solid. Like they're good, like old school kind of thing. So it's like you get all these new IPA is a great example. Like you got the milkshake IPA or the hazies or whatever, so much more flavorful, fruity, almost away from what an IPA actually should be. You know what I mean? Like for Two Hearted, for instance, it's not what people are used to today. And I think that's where a lot of people get mixed up in, oh, this is not good. Oh, it's good for what the style is. Right. Is it good for what maybe a milkshake style IPA is, from what maybe that person's used to drinking or what they like? No, it's not. It's different. And that's where people that's why you can't really go off ratings, because it's always so different for everybody, for your taste, right?
Right. And then PA Brew News also likes the junior mints. Nina Daryl said it's made in Redding, California. So another one, a different fall beer. The name of that brewery was because at first when he said Fall River, I was thinking I think Falls River, like Louisville, but now it's different. Fall River, not the Fall River in Mass, but this one's the Fall River in Redding. Gilbert's on the nonsense. Good night, fools. Stay safe. Like, yeah, you too, my friend. Get some rest. Thanks for hanging out always, buddy. Eyes Without a Face, Billy Idol songs about a horror movie by the same name. Did not know that. Although when I was a young kid, White Wedding was one of my favorite Billy Idol songs growing up. I still kind of like that song when I hear it play and stuff. Let's see. Peace out to Gilbert from Nina. And turkey dinner is so good. I would give it a shot. I just never had like the turkey meatloaf like that. Previous beer was a Devil's Backbone Belgian style triple from Real Ale Brewing Company. Nice. You're on to the Belgian, and I can't tell you don't be on it because I love the Belgian. So I was kind of like, get all the Belgian you can get for sure. Like I said, if I get back down to Texas, if I can ever get over to where Edelbert Brewing is, I'm going to get over and check them out. I mean, when they sent me beers a couple years ago, they were really tasty. They actually specialize in some of the Belgian styles that they try to make there. So they are definitely on my list to try to get to.
All right, well, if you guys can ever make it here at some point, we'll make a drive up to go to Taxman, because that's their specialty is Belgium style beers.
Yeah, Taxman would be good. I think I got to find out, but I think my friend here who handles Adena Distributing. I think they might be just, they're doing 18th Street. I was thinking Tax, but 18th Street's the one they're distributing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which also you can make a short little drive over to 450 North, which are 20 minutes away from each other, probably 30 minutes, maybe at the most.
If I'm in the neighborhood, right? It's like, hey, I'm in the neighborhood.
That's right. That's right.
Wouldn't be right to not come by and say hi. So, which on the collabs, my one buddy from, we tried to get in a couple weeks ago. I got to find out. I think his schedule got jumbled up, but we're going to probably get him on here to talk about some of the beers they're distributing at some point. I'm going to email him back this weekend, see if I can definitely get him in.
One Jersey? The one that has the brewery in Jersey?
I need to get Scott on at some point because I never had him on here. But no, this is actually here in Cincinnati. So he distributes like Untitled Art. He distributes Connecticut Valley, and he runs a distribution where he gets all the beers around Ohio and stuff. So he's always sharing different beers they're bringing on board. Simon in the house. Cheers, my friends. At Too Hard Consistently, a hoppy drinkable beer and lots. Okay, a few years ago, anyhow, bars that don't tap or bottle and this consistent. Yeah, it definitely is. It's always been consistent. Right. And I think the reason it really took over Pliny the Elder is because more people have access to it. Because Pliny was actually the leading beer before Two Hearted. Two Hearted is one of the last 4 years now with this one. And before that, like Pliny was like 5 or 6 years. But I think as more people are able to get to Two Hearted, it's probably more out there now. So, although I think when they do the testing, they might do blind testing and just give a score for stuff. So,
well, that's the problem too with those polls. Is like it's not equal because not everybody can get every beer. You know what I mean? You know, it's like Pliny. Like everybody get Pliny.
Yeah.
You know, but Bell's, like you said, Two Hearted. Probably everybody gets that now. Probably nowadays. For the most part.
Right.
Like Eddie Topper back in the day. Everybody would drool over Eddie Topper, you know, like when that was the only beer that they made.
Yeah, yeah. And you had to go you have to go there to get it now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get it though.
Now at that point it was kind of like a folklore type thing, like, oh, I got this like untouchable beer. But I mean I've had it a couple times. It's good, but was it worth all the hype that it was? I don't. Probably not.
Yeah. Well, that's like one of the whales. Like people try to hunt the whales down and stuff. So.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, speaking of whale type things, so Goose Island, they came out with their beers. I don't know if you saw it, and I should do a show on that with the lineup for Goose Island. But they announced their 6 beers, or it's actually 7 beers this year, if you include the base version they released or will be releasing here in November. People in Chicago that are part of like media type sites like Afro Beer Chick actually received a media package showing all the beers and stuff, and they put some stuff out online. They got some interesting varieties this year, so I don't know how they're going to do it because they're planning on doing a lot of stuff online. I think you have to go through their site and then maybe be raffled in to places, or how are they going to do it, because it's not like Black Friday where a lot of places aren't going to have people lined up or something.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see. Stodgy said, ever had the Baron von Hefeweizen wheat ale? I have not.
No.
I haven't actually never heard of that one. Is that one of the ones down where you're at, Stodgy, or did you get that from overseas? Simon said, when I lived in Mass, I might have said Harper's IPA. I haven't had that one. Oh, no, he's okay. There you go. He's I meant to say Harpoon. Okay, I've had Harpoon IPA. Yeah. Harpoon does some decent beers, and they get overlooked a lot of the time, I think, with some of the stuff they're doing. But they have some beers that are doing all right. Let me see here. Colonel said, Cats be fronting, though, for real. I don't know. What are they fronting on? I love it Sierra Nevada, but that's not IPA, right? I love it with pecan pie inside. But yeah, it's a pale ale. It's kind of like a pale ale the same way like Zombie Dust. Like a lot of people thought Zombie Dust is an IPA, and it's not. It's actually an American pale ale that's just hopped up to a high level. And that's how it is with the Sierra Nevada pale ale. Or the you get the Torpedo, which is but those are classics to me. Those are always worth.
Oh yeah.
I just grab one of those just to throw it back and put my feet up. You know what I mean? So that's like old slippers right there.
That's like to me, Zombie Dust. You know, it used to be one of the sought after beers. Like I was like, oh, Zombie Dust. Yeah, I can get around here. Like, I mean, it just sits on shelves around here now. I don't
Yes,
know. I think the
yeah,
production's gone up on it, but to me, it's still a classic, great beer. Like that'd be one that if a new age type craft beer drinker would drink, they'd be like, "Yeah, this is not good," or it's okay, but it's not your milkshake or whatever, type thing. But
yeah.
to me that is still in the 4.5 to 5 range, I think, for what
I
it
think
is.
that was number 7 or 8, I think, for in the ranking for the top 10 beers. That was one of them as well. But this is solid beer. They actually raised the price, I've noticed, on Zombie Dust now. I've seen it where it's like selling higher than what it used to be, which could be just the cost they have to pick up with everything happening. But I see it now. It's like $14.99 for a 6-pack in some places. Maybe the lowest.
Is that cans or bottles?
That was like the 6-pack of the bottles, I think I saw, but they had the cans there too. So I think the cans aren't that much off of it that they have. Because they had the 6-pack cans, right? It's not a 4-pack, it's a 6, yeah.
Yeah. But the bottles were 6-pack too, though.
Yeah. But for someone like me, it's kind of like, if I'm going to get a 6-pack of that, I mean, I don't know. It's almost like that thing. It is good, but you know what it is. But I'm like, well, I might get this other one that might be $12.99. It might be some other newer type thing as well. So I don't know. Once in a while, a Zombie Dust, just like the Sierra Nevada, is worth having because you just kick back and relax with it. But for me, my whole thing is I want to taste as many of the different beer styles as possible. So
yeah, same here. And that's kind of the downfall of craft beer, in my opinion. Like places like Boulevard or some of the old school type breweries get kind of left in the dust. I mean, they still obviously are very successful, but if you want a good old style type beer, those places are just fantastic for that type of thing.
Yeah.
Sierra Nevada, although Sierra Nevada does expand out, but like you said, they've got some good classics that nowadays aren't so popular as what they were 10 years ago,
Yeah. And it's something, like I said, it's not like those beers have fallen off. They're just classics, right? So some people may taste them, like you just mentioned. I might not think it's all that great, but it's like, no, that's how it actually was. And they don't have their full appreciation possibly because they're looking for that juicy haze type thing or something.
Right.
And they misappreciated what it was to have that type of beer. So
it's almost kind of like rap. You got to go to the OG. Like, this is where it started. This is where it come from.
Right.
Like, that is the base for the beers nowadays, like it's just grown on top of it. You got more ingredients, more type styles or malts or hops or whatever that wasn't available 10, 15 years ago.
Let's see. Moose Gal's in the house, says hello as well. Good to see you too, Moose Gal. Hopefully you are having a great Thursday night, my friend. And let me go back here. Cardinal, keep it hood 100. You feel me? I got you, dog. I got you. That's what I appreciate. Nobody needs to come in here any fake. Oh, Billy Idol is cool. Yeah, Billy Idol back in the day, like I said, White Wedding. When I was young, we actually had one of the stations we listened to. We had the early stages of Howard Stern, like in Philadelphia, that we would listen to, and so many other stations. But my appreciation of music, I go across all different styles. But one of our rock stations, like, got into Billy Idol, get into AC/DC, get into some of the other groups they were playing there. If you like music, if it's good. And I mean, you can pick up all different types of things if you got that full appreciation of it, which was fun when I was a DJ because I was an alternative station that I was at. So I got to listen to all kinds of things, Cowboy Junkies, Rollins Band, along with some of the hip hop, some of the early REM type stuff, some of the, Nirvana type stuff. And you get a full appreciation. You get all kinds of the rawness of it all and everything, which is cool. So White Wedding is amazing. Spent hours on a Greyhound bus as a kid listening to that song by Walt Mason. It's good times. Yeah. Now you're going to age yourself, Stodgy, because I didn't even think you were that old enough to have a cassette player, but some people listening are like, what's a cassette player?
What's a Walkman?
Oh, you got to keep a pencil handy in case the tape came out, right? So
that's right.
See, Moose Scout, LOL, Walkman, LOL. I miss my Walkman. Actually, downstairs, I think I still have a couple Walkmans that are down there, actually, from that could play tapes. Sometimes I would memorize whatever songs I had in my Walkman. Yeah, back in the day. And you put that Walkman in, and you had the reverse side, which is great because it would play to one side and it would flip over to the other side for you. And of course, we had the double tape boom boxes, so you could like go from one tape to the other, and then you flip the other one over and they come back and go across. So yeah. And Beer Guy, welcome. Cheers, my friends. Guinness has a new 11% Imperial Gingerbread Stout. Is that the one that you think you may have seen, Todd?
That I have to look it up. That might have been it. But they also had a barrel aged one. Also, there was two of them. Well, after Guinness, the show, I'll look it up and I'll send you a picture of it.
Guinness, as Chris Jericho would say, you have made the list. I'm always looking to see what you guys are doing there, so I'm going to tell you if I can find that one, because right now the Foreign Extra Stout, as you know, is my favorite, and I like to see what that gingerbread stout's about for sure. And the barrel. Good. Yeah. Stout, you got the barrel vine, Hefeweizen local rye. I see if I can get you some sent your way. Mail me your contact info. I think you'll like it. All right. Well, definitely. That's something there. I get you some of the stuff here too, if you like as well. I need to get some stuff down to EB because we've been talking about that for a bit. What's nice about Guinness is I might see that Imperial at my grocery store because it is so well distributed. Yeah, our grocery store here, we're just kind of limited on the ones that we actually get. It's like the regular stouts and stuff, but Jungle Gyms gets it all for the most part. So that's where I'll have to look at to see if that other one is there from Guinness. And actually, I had a thing in my email. So my email, I get stuff sent from some of the local stores when they're putting new stuff out and everything like that. Updates that you can sign up for. You know, everybody can kind of get them there, but the key is going through and noticing what you're actually out there. And they actually just listed one over at Depths where I took you to, Todd, before. They got one of the Prairie Imperial Vanilla Coconut Stouts, $2.99 a bottle.
Oh, wow.
No limit. So I'm like, if I can get Prairie under $3, yeah. So I'm like, I don't want to spend money this weekend, but yet I need to go out there and see what they got, because if they got like 10 of them, rack them up, it's like 12% ABV, so I can let that sit for a bit. So if I get some, I'll let you know.
If you can, grab one and send it in the package to me.
Yeah. I told myself I'm not making a beer run this weekend, and yet here I am.
Or I'll PayPal you or Venmo you or something. Grab some. I'll pay you for them. You get Prairie Stout for $2.99 a bottle. Hell yeah, I don't care what they are.
Yeah, exactly, right? And it says, what about Guinness 0.0? Can't find it yet, but when y'all can't drink it, Guinness sounds so good. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. I am intrigued to taste that, to see what it tastes like. So I am going to look out to see if I can see that one. I get right now some of the, I think the Heineken has one out there. A few other places have some out there. And I thought about doing a series of some of the 0% beers. So I may actually look to do that, let you guys know what I think of those. I just haven't picked up any yet. So definitely be on the lookout for that as well. I got 3 decades under my belt. Oh, well, you're still a kid. You're still a kid, Stodge. You're still a kid. Having a protein bar. There you go. With the strawberry quick there, Dolly. And then Simon says, CB, I've tried a lot of the 0, and the beers that tend sweeter tend to fare better. The drier beers have an aftertaste. And that 0% version. We'll try another ham sometime, just like juice and milk with strawberry quick. Not much of a drinker. Yeah, we like to tease you, but I understand. Yeah, she does. She did try hams before. It's, you know, hams is an easy go beer to actually drink. It's nice to add hunger. So once in a while, throwing the hams down isn't a bad thing as well. Well, we're already at like 11:06. So I'm not going to do the unboxing tonight. I'm going to actually do the video separate for the unboxing, I guess, tomorrow. Because I do have to unbox it because I got a special delivery sent to me today. I mean, I don't know. You want me to do unboxing now? You good right now, or?
Yeah, you can if you want.
Let me see. It was 11:06. We could probably do that right there. So we'll do the quick unboxing just to see. What's my thing here? So a couple of these things are actually things that I actually got here. And what I may do is break this out onto a separate video as well, that people can check out if they just want to see some of the unboxing stuff. This is one of the unboxing things here. And so I run this store, right, that has all the stuff on there if people want to get any of the swag and stuff like that, and decided to do some different things there. And like one thing I've done on the community page is like Zazzle will send me stuff and they'll say, oh, we're going to do 40% off or 30% off or 20% off. So that's what I post on the community tab in case people want to get swag. And so the other day they had some sales. So I decided to grab a few things. These are actually stone coasters that I have put out there. Kind of interesting. So it's right there.
Oh, nice.
Your beer on logo there, but nice, durable. So instead of the paper ones that kind of break up all the time, so I got end up getting a couple of those that they actually sent over. So whenever you guys see stuff there, if you want stuff like that, that's out there as well. So it wasn't bad. It was like actually a 40% off thing when I got them. And then I've been updating the line on a few things as well. I decided to add shot glasses to the store.
Oh, there you go.
So there's like the get your beer on shot glasses as well. So that's kind of cool little thing to put with the other glassware that's out there. So got a couple of those, and let's see here. This here, I almost forgot what this one is. Decided to rock out with a beer opener because I actually collect these things, and I can now get these made, which are pretty cool. So it is the Rajay BeerVentures beer opener, speed opener, to get your beer on the back as well.
Oh, nice.
Pretty neat.
Never thought about that, but yeah, you never had a bottle opener.
Yeah.
In your repertoire.
Went ahead and got that done. And then here, because I always see people like they ask about like stickers and stuff like that. Decided to get what's in here? Where is it at? Put the wrong thing after he goes. I was gonna check out these things here, but like some stickers that I was getting done as well right there. Get your beer on stickers. If you want decals. And making a mess here. I also got this one here. And these are actually also like little stickers and stuff too, which are pretty cool. But these are kind of a little different than the other ones for whatever reason. But just kind of wanted to check out some different things there. So those were some of the things I just added to the store, but opened the door earlier today and had this waiting, which I had no idea was actually coming.
Oh.
So this one is actually a shout out to Jeremiah. If those of you know who Jeremiah is, then you know that's Hot Butcher. So this is going to be a Hot Butcher unboxing.
Nice.
And so we'll take a look here for some beers that I will be checking out. I think I found Joe's other job. This thing is taped like crazy. So our buddy Joe from the Beer Patrol, when he said,
seems like he's said that before too, in unboxing those beers.
Yeah, that dude can give a PhD in boxing, which is kind of cool. They have a nice little setup how they send it. They take the cans, and they're kind of in these crate things to help protect stuff.
Still love to get my hands on some of theirs to try it.
Stuff there. So, all right. So he sent me two of each. So 12 different beers. This first one here is the Brain Forest. It is the Enigma hopped triple India Pale Ale. And I'll pull up the big can so they can see if I can see this here. Drop that down. So that is the Grain Forest, or Brain Forest, not Grain Forest, Brain Forest. So that was sent from Hot Butcher here. So that'll be one that I'll be taking a look at. This is ABV on this one. I know the ABV is on the stuff, so I gotta find it here. 10.5% ABV. And this one should be something nice to take a look at. He also sent the Reply Hazy 8 Ball Try Again. So that would be one to check out as well.
It's a cool can.
Yeah. Sierra, Watinka, and Simcoe hopped double India Pale Ale, 7.5% ABV. See this other one here. Ooh, this is a cool looking can. What is that? Satan's Mile. I like the name. So they're with the snake wrapped around it.
Oh, nice.
Satan's Mile. And this one is Amarillo, Chinook, and Mosaic hopped red India Pale Ale. Don't see enough of those. ABV 6.66%. So right on point with the snake. And then we got the Dirt Bath. Ooh, Hazelnut Imperial Stout brewed with chocolate, 10.5% ABV. Got a little bit of the raccoon there. This will be interesting to check out. Which I did like this stout they did last time. Also have the Amarillo Strata and Galaxy Dry Hop Double India Pale Ale, 7.5%. Loophole Technicality. So that's the one there. And then the last of the beers is the Peel Carefully Citra and Medusa Hopped Milkshake Double India Pale Ale, brewed with passion fruit, orange, vanilla, pink guava, and vanilla, 7.5% ABV. And I love the other stuff is all dated. The date on this can is 10/20. So this is 9 days old. Yeah, so that's the one there I'll be checking out. So yeah, thanks again for Jeremiah for shipping those my way. More beers to review, check out, and share with you guys. So I'll just send him a thank you email there. And hopefully I'm going to try to get Jeremiah on here to talk about some of the beers from Hot Butcher as well, or somebody from at least their team if I can. But yeah, so there's something to look forward to. Obviously, IPAs, they'll get moved up a little further because I'm going to drink those a little bit fresher. So again, I have to reshuffle the fridge. Good problem to have, said earlier, right? Yeah, it's not a bad thing for sure.
A lot worse things in life.
Yeah. Dolly said, good night, guys. Rock, congrats on reaching the top. Well, thanks, Dolly. Have a good one. Enjoy that, my friend. Personally, why I was pursuing 0.0 beers was because I like the taste of beer, not sweet. So far, that is a fail. Going to turn to some lower caffeinated teas. Yeah, I like the taste of beer, so I want to try some of the 0%. Because, like, I tell people, like, what if you're, like, at work and you want to have like, a hamburger or something, but you don't want, like, an iced tea or what? Like, a 0% beer could be great to go with that burger or something. So Simon says also, I do like sweet tasting beer like IPA or stout sometimes, but that is an exception. And depending on what style you get, I mean, you can definitely get non-sweet IPAs. In fact, most of them that are just the old IPAs aren't really that sweet in my mind as much. But some of them can be a little bit too sweet. But yeah, so that's that was the unboxing part that I thought I'd just share with you guys. As I said, I'm going to probably clip that out to an own individual video at some point for people that didn't see that like to watch the unboxings. But Thanks again, Jeremiah, for shooting those over. Always appreciative to take a look. Everything. Let me see here. Anything else we wanted to talk about? Well, I don't know if Paul is still here, but he's not that far from Philly. That Night Shift Brewing is going to begin selling craft beers across the Philly region here in November. So, Paul, if you're out near that Philly area, you'll be able to get those now as they expand their distribution. DeClaw Brewing is ready for Christmas time. They're releasing their new Patriarchy Candy Cane Imperial Irish Stout. And yes, this is one I would like to try for sure because their last Patriarchy that I had was pretty good too. So, you talk about the seasonal beers, like people get to the pumpkin and they get to all that other stuff, but like, I don't know. Maybe it's just a pumpkin, but like some of the Christmas beers, I do like some of them, like the Great Lakes Christmas Ale and some of the stuff. People are posting Sierra Nevada Celebration, which is a great beer for them too. If it's something unique, I would definitely go after it.
Yeah, I probably like more of the Christmas beers than the pumpkin style beer for sure.
Yeah. And with the Christmas beers, they're a little bit different, a little bit stronger. Sometimes, depending on what you get, it might be a little bit more of a spice type. It's just, I don't know, like the problem I have with some of the pumpkin beers is that some of the pumpkin beers can be too sweet. And if you're actually drinking a beer, like right now I'm drinking and I'm talking, I'm drinking this stout. I like this peanut butter stout because it's not getting overly sweet as I'm talking. I can keep picking it up and drinking it, but some of them, they go sweet so quick, you're kind of like, you don't want to drink any more of them.
Right.
And then for our friends up in the Massachusetts area, Trillium is about to shut down their beer garden and patios for the winter. So for those of our friends that were going to Trillium, which we have a few that were, they'll be shutting that stuff down shortly. Just because of the weather, I'm sure, and plus the pandemic type stuff that they have to manage everything.
Is that time of year?
It is. It definitely is. Simon said he is ready to start buying eggnog and experimenting with it. Well, there you go. The eggnog and a little rum. I tell you what, last year I got the Evan Williams eggnog. It actually wasn't bad. I actually went through it pretty quickly. I don't know if you've had that one, Todd. The one they sell at our liquor store.
No, I've seen it, but I've never picked it up.
I was like, well, what the hell? Let's give it a shot. And I liked it. It was pretty decent. So I'd like to try Vanessa's at some point. She does the duck eggnog. So
it'd be interesting. Try that one for sure.
A little bit more richer, but I would definitely give that a shot. But as far as beer news, it wasn't really that much beer news taking place when I pulled stuff tonight. So, but that's all I had there on that stuff. And it's going to be at 11:20. So I guess we'll get ready to tee it down here and wrap this baby up. Anything else you want to add tonight?
No, I'm with you. I didn't really see much news. Anything to add to that anyway?
Yeah. It was. They had some other stuff that was kind of out there about some of the breweries and stuff like that, but like Bud and Sam Adams, like increase in sales and stuff like that. But it wasn't anything mind blowing enough.
Nothing earth shattering.
Yeah, but
let me know, and everybody kind of stay posted or stay tuned and see about Saturday if we do anything Saturday night.
Yeah, let me know on that. Maybe we'll do the Saturday night and we'll get the questions going. I know head coach likes that. I know Vanessa likes it as well when we do it. So if she's up for it, actually, like I said, it's not a bad night to do it because we do drop back an hour that night as well.
Right. Yeah.
So if she's up for it, we'll do like a Halloween edition of the questions and everything.
There you go.
And Nostalgia said, all right, guys, I got to get back to work. LOL. Keep up the great work, guys. See you next time. Appreciate all the love. Peace. Yeah, you too, my friend. And again, if y'all haven't checked out Stodgy, you can check him out. Like I said, he's doing a lot of big gaming stuff, but some great action over there on his channel as well. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get this wrapped up. We've actually went longer than I thought we were going to go, 2.5 hours, which is always great. Always great conversation, talking with you guys. We do this every Thursday, 8:45 Eastern. Stream going, and it gives us a great time to interact and for me to see what you guys are up to, what you guys want to talk about, what you guys are drinking, what you guys want me to check out, or any questions you may have. So thanks for everybody that tuned in. Look forward to catching up with you guys soon. Keep drinking those good craft beers. Remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, everybody.